everybody. It is 8 o'clock. This is Aaron, Alpha India 5 Hotel Papa. And I would like for y'all to get ready for the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday night net. So all regular traffic, amateur traffic, please stand by. You are now listening to the N50AK Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday night net. We're here every Thursday night on the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club frequencies and the University Link repeater system. Now, we'll not have any scheduled pauses for emergency traffic, but we'll yield the air to any breaking emergency. So, with that in mind, please leave room between check-ins and transmissions to allow for any emergency traffic. I am transmitting tonight from Buda, just south of Austin, using the 147.320 repeater with tone 114.8 Hz. Now, you can also reach us via Echolink by connecting to the N50AK repeater. Actually, that might be unavailable. Or a KA5B repeater. All-Star Access Use Node 51444 or 40933. For more information regarding the club's repeater system, and how to become a member, please visit n50ak.org. Now, if you are listening to us through the N50AK repeater system and you want to participate, be sure your tone is set to 114.8 Hz. Now, if you're going to be using the University Link repeater system, and you want to find out more information about it, go to ka5b.com and make sure you set your tone, if you're on their repeater, to 97.4 Hz. Now, for club members, we're also on Discord. We have our very own Thursday night net channel on Discord, on our Discord server. So swing by, say hi to everybody that's hanging out there during the net. My name is Aaron, AI 5HP, and I'll be net control for this evening. Now, this is a controlled net station, should refrain from transmitting until designated check-in or comment time. If you're a new ham or just new to the club or the net, the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday night net is a social net, otherwise known as a rag-tune net, and you are welcome to join in. We get together every week to share knowledge, ask questions, and hang out. Now, it's very easy to check into this net. In just a bit, I'll ask for check-ins and take down a list of all the stations who wish to participate. Once we have everyone checked in, I'll go down the list one at a time and give you the floor. When you have the floor, just feel free to ask questions pertaining to ham radio, tell us about something you've been working on, or just say hi. As a matter of fact, the question for tonight will be about Winter Field Day, which is happening this weekend, and whether or not you're planning to attend. Either way, we just want to hear from you, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Now, if you happen to miss the first round of check-ins, don't worry, we'll grab you on the next round. We do ask that you avoid topics of politics, religion, or anything else that is potentially inflammatory. We want to keep it nice, clean, appropriate, and friendly. Now, it's time once again for station identification and the opening of the net for check-in. So please stand by. This is the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday night net, hosted by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N50AK. We're here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central. Now, if you're joining us through the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club's repeater system and you want to participate, make sure you set your tone to 114.8 Hz. If you're using the University Link repeater system, set your tone to 97.4 Hz. Again, my name is Aaron, AI 5HP, and I'm your net control for tonight's net. It's time for short time check-ins. Short-time check-ins are meant for operators who can't stay for the entire net. I will not take general comments for the short-timers. If you just want to check in without making any comments, just specify your traffic when you're checking in. Primarily to lurk and listen, but you want to sign the guest book. That's basically what we mean by checking in with no traffic. Now, check-in, no membership is required. Any licensed operator is welcome to check in. If you're not a licensed operator, keep listening. Later on, we'll have information on how you can get licensed. So yeah, new hams are encouraged to check in as well. So if you're new ham, and we'd love to hear from you. Now let me explain how you should check in. First, you want to key up your radio. Pause for a hot second and speak the words, "This is." Afterwards, you'll unkey and listen briefly to make sure that nobody else is also transmitting at the same time. If it sounds clear to you, proceed with rekeying your radio. Pause for another hot second, and then slowly speak your call sign phonetically, followed by your name and your location. Then you can unkey so the next person can check in. I'll be jotting all of this down, and once the dust settles, we'll work our way down that list. So if you do check in at a short time later and you want to rejoin the net, that's okay. Feel free to recheck in on subsequent rounds. So if you're mobile, kind of busy tonight, or want to check in, come with your call sign and name.
This is Kilo India 6, Hotel Quebec Tango, Ken in South Austin, no traffic.
Anybody else? All right, I must have scared everybody off from short time checking in. So Ken, KI6HQT, you have no traffic and you're in South Austin. I appreciate you calling and checking in nonetheless. And yeah, there you go. That's it for short time check-ins. So, all right. Let me do a station ID anyways. This is the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net, hosted by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N50AK. And my name is Aaron, AI5HP. I'm the net control. So I guess the next thing we're going to do now is go to general questions. So let me explain a bit about the general questions. So when I mean general questions, we're talking about the FCC's current general exam for getting your general class license. This means that if you've got a technician's license, you want to upgrade, that general exam these are questions from that general exam that you'll be taking to upgrade. Now, if you've already passed your general exam, it's always a good thing to review the material. So for tonight, I'm going to turn it over to Chad, KC5AJE, for some general exam questions that he's going to throw at you. Go ahead, Chad.
Roger, this is Chad, KC5AJE here in South Austin, and I'll be reading your general class exam questions for this evening. Kind of like it was just mentioned, it's a chance for technicians to get ready for their general license exam. It's also a chance for the rest of us that have our general class or higher to stay sharp on some of these topics and revisit some of the questions that we prepared for the exam, but maybe haven't looked at in quite some time. So. Alright, so the first general class question for this evening is as follows. So, which ionospheric layer is the most absorbent of long-skip signals during daylight hours on frequencies below 10 megahertz? I'll read that one more time because it's a long one. Which ionospheric layer is the most absorbent of long-skip signals during daylight hours on frequencies below 10 megahertz? A, the F2 layer, B, the F1 layer, C, the E layer, or D, the D layer? We'll open it up for folks with their technician license first. So if you're a tech and you're getting ready for your general class exam license, come now with your name and call sign, please.
This is Kilo India, let's see, 5 Yankee Juliet Oscar Scott in the field.
Thanks for coming back to me, and I may have missed the last part of your call sign. I got Kilo India 5. If you could come with your call sign one more time, please.
Kilo India 5 Yankee Juliet Oscar.
Thank you for that. Kilo India 5 Yankee Juliet Oscar. Go ahead.
I just walked in the house and turned the radio on, heard you call for people that are studying for their general. I missed the question, but what? Can you repeat the question? Are you looking for an answer?
Sure, I'll go ahead and read those one more time. So the question is, which ionospheric layer is the most absorbent of long-skip signals during daylight hours on frequencies below 10 megahertz? A, the F2 layer, B, the F1 layer, C, the E layer, and D, the D layer.
I've seen this on Ham Study, and this is one of the ones that trips me up, but I'm going to go with the E layer.
Roger that. KI5YJO has Charlie. Any other techs out there want to take a stab at it?
KI5YLS.
Go ahead, Bill.
I go with D layer.
Bill has Delta. Any others? Come now with your name and call sign, please.
Kilo India 5 Yankee Lima Sierra.
Okay, the signal was a little weak there. I got Kilo India 5. I was unable to read or copy the rest of it. May need someone to help me relay here, but come now with your call sign one more time, please.
KI5YLS Cody Fort Hood.
Thanks for that, Cody. Go ahead. What's your guess? Okay, I can hear someone keying up the repeater, but I'm not getting anything through. Cody, you want to come one more time?
I think someone's keying up and on, or on and off, because it's not me keying, and I'm on Echo Link, and it's giving me problems about letting me transmit through. But my answer was going to be a shot in the dark taking Charlie.
So I'm having trouble reading you. You're coming in real quiet. I think you said Charlie?
Yes, I picked Charlie. I think, like I said, I think someone's coming in and out, or keying in and out on the repeater, because it is it keeps going on and off like somebody's transmitting, but it's not letting me actually. But it's not me because I'm on Echo Link. It's not letting me press the button sometimes.
All right, well, I copied you really well that time. So Cody has Charlie. Anybody else want to take a stab at it before we move on?
This is Kilo 5 Bravo Zulu India Ray in South Austin. I'm going to go with Delta.
Ray has Delta. Anybody else?
I5PZN with Delta as well.
Ernesto has Delta. Any other takers?
Yankee 6 Fox uniform, I'll take Delta as well.
We got another for Delta. Any other last minute takers? All right, nothing heard. And again, the question was, which ionospheric layer is the most absorbent of long skip signals during daylight hours on frequencies below 10 megahertz? And the answer was indeed Delta, the D layer. All right, moving on. We got one more question from our general class exam pool, and so this one is also a little lengthy, so I'm going to try and go slow, and I'll repeat it a couple times just to make sure we all get it. So the next question is, why is long-distance communication on the 40-meter, 60-meter, 80-meter, and 160-meter bands more difficult during the day? Why is the long-distance communication on 40 meters, 60 meters, 80 meters, and 160-meter bands more difficult during the day? A, the F layer absorbs signals at these frequencies during daylight hours. B, the F layer is unstable during daylight hours. C, the D layer absorbs signals at these frequencies during daylight hours. And D, the E layer is unstable during daylight hours. Since we didn't have any texts last question, I'll just go ahead and open it up to everybody. So again, if you'd like to take a stab at this question, come now with your name and call sign, please.
This is K5BZI.
Go ahead, Ray.
I'm going to go with an unstable F layer.
Ray has Bravo. Any others?
This is November 5 Sierra Mike Oscar Bill. I go with C, D layer absorption.
Bill has Charlie. Any others? All right, nothing heard. So why is long-distance communication on the 40-meter, 60-meter, 80-meter, and 160-meter bands more difficult during the day? And the answer is Charlie. The D layer absorbs signals at these frequencies during daylight hours. thank you all for playing, and I'm going to go ahead and hand it back to Net Control. This is Kilo Charlie 5, Alpha Juliet Echo.
All right, Chad. Thank you for that, and thanks everybody for participating. If you are interested in taking the exam to get or upgrade your license, make sure you join us at the next quarterly meeting on April 15th at the House and Branch of the Austin Public Library. We'll be administering the exam right at the end of the meeting. So, if you're thinking about it, great. Go ahead and start boning up for that extra or for that general, or if you don't have your license, just start studying for that technicians, and that way we can start hearing you on this net instead of you just having to listen and be tempted by that talk button. So, April 15th, House and Branch of the Austin Public Library. Let me pause for station identification. You are listening to the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net, hosted by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N50AK. We're here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central. If you are just joining us through the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club repeater system and you wish to participate, be sure your tone is set to 114.8 hertz. If you're using the University Link repeater system, I'm sorry, but you probably can't hear me anymore. But if you can hear me, set your tone to 97.4 hertz. My name is Aaron, AI5HP, and I'm your net control for tonight's net. And next up is Ham Radio News, and I'm going to pass the mic now to Ray, K5BZI, to tell us the news. Hey, Ray, take it away.
Thank you very much. This is Ray, K5BZI, down here in South Austin, Texas, and we're going to start off with a good one for you fox hunt enthusiasts. The World Radio Sport Team Championship Sanctioning Committee is accepting proposals for hosting the 2026 WRTC event. The World Radio Sport Team Championship is an on-site amateur radio competition held every 4 years. Previous WRTCs have been held in Seattle, San Francisco, Slovenia, Finland, Brazil, Russia, Boston, and Germany. WRTC 2022, delayed due to COVID-19 pandemic, is scheduled to be held in Bologna, Italy in July of 2023. Teams of 2 operators representing a geographical region of the world come to the host site to compete using similar antennas and locations, overseen by on-site referees. The WRTC competition has typically been held as a contest within a contest, coincident with the IARU UHF World Championship, to capitalize on the high activity of a popular worldwide operating event. Groups interested in hosting WRTC 2026 should submit a letter of intent with a summary proposal no later than March 31st, 2023, to the chairman of the WRTC Sanctioning Committee, Teen Brajnik. Sierra 50 Alpha is his call sign, Sierra 50 Alpha, and you can email him at tine.brajnik@gmail.com. And if you didn't write that down fast enough, you can find this report at ARRL/news, and the title is Proposals Sought to Host the 2026 World Radio Sport Team Championship. All right, in other news, there are 2 new Yaesu transceivers in use at ARRL headquarters in Newington, Connecticut. They arrived via a generous donation from Yaesu USA. The Yaesu FTDX-101MP transceiver is a welcome addition to Studio One in W1AW, the Hiram Piercy Maximum Memorial Station. The company has donated an FTDX-101MP and an FTDX-10, both HF plus 50 MHz transceivers. In arranging the donation, Yaesu Vice President Sales and Credit Gary Doche, Kilo Nancy 6 April Papa Romeo, urged that the radios be used by ARRL, quote, to educate and assist your visitors and especially young enthusiasts for ham radio. Quote, Quote, we appreciate the value that having this equipment available for members and visitors to see and explore will provide, said the ARRL Director of Operations Bob Newman, Whiskey 5 Oscar Victor. These are two of the top 3 performing transceivers on the Sherwood list, he added. The FTDX-101MP was named for Yaesu founder Sako Hasagawa, Japan Alpha 1 Mike Papa. The model holds a place of honor in service in the first operating studio of the Hiram Percy Maxim Memorial Station, W1AW. ARRL members and visitors come year-round to tour the station and operate the equipment, most of which has been donated by generous manufacturers over the years. The radio is already receiving a lot of attention from visitors, said W1AW station manager Joe Garcia, November Juliet 1 Queen. Quote, some of our recent guests have included students and scouting groups who have enjoyed trying the new radio, adding to the overall wow factor of the station. We're grateful to Yaesu for this new addition to W1AW. ARR Director of Operations Bob Newman, Whiskey 5 Oscar Victor, explores the features of the Yaesu FTDX-10. The radio is the new addition to the ARR Radio Lab at W1HQ. The FTDX-10 has been installed in the new ARR Radio Lab, W1HQ, where it will contribute to the station's ongoing role in the development of innovative amateur radio station design and function. Quote, the lab radio is an extension of ARRL's equipment testing program, which supports product review in QST magazine, said Newman. Further, he said, putting the latest in modern radio technology through its paces is the intent of the lab. It represents what is possible if the modern ham were to go with cutting-edge technology and integration. The Yaesu FTDX-10 fits perfectly in that environment. Newman says the ARRL stations will benefit significantly from the donations of Yaesu's highly capable rigs. Quote, it demonstrates the important partnership ARRL has with amateur radio manufacturers to educate and inspire our community, end quote. And finally, this weekend news, of course, it's time for Winter Field Day. Winter Field Day, sponsored by the Winter Field Day Association. By the way, guys, in case you didn't know, it's not an ARRL event. It is, in fact, sponsored by the Winter Field Day Association, a group of ham volunteers, is coming again. This year, the dates are January 28th and 29th. That's this weekend. Radio clubs around the country are activating for this event. Complete rules can be found on the WFD website at Home Winter Field Day. Combining this with ARRL's year-long event, Volunteers on the Air, is a great way to make contacts that count for both activities and get new operators on the air. Winter Field Day is a communications exercise and is held annually on the last full weekend in January. It can be worked from the comfort of your home or in a remote location. You can participate by yourself or get your friends, family, or a whole club involved. Winter Field Day is open to participants worldwide, and amateur radio operators may use frequencies on the HF, VHF, or UHF bands and are free to use any mode that can faithfully transmit the required exchange intact. Like the ARRL Field Day during the summer, bonus points are earned in several ways, including for using non-commercial power sources, operating from remote locations, making satellite contacts, and more. The Winter Field Day Association passionately believes that ham radio operators should practice portable and emergency communications in winter environments, as the potential for freezing temperatures, snow, ice, and other hazards present unique operational concerns. Winter Field Day is formatted to help increase your level of preparedness for disasters and improve your operational skills in subpar conditions. And also, don't forget to mark your calendar for the 2023 ARRL Summer Field Day, June 24th and 25th of this year. By the way, it's always on the last weekend in June during the summer. So, easy to remember. The 2 field days that we have every year, Winter Field Day last weekend in January, Summer Field Day last weekend in June. And that's all for the news. I'll pass it back over to Aaron. Thank you so much for hosting tonight, man, and 73 all. K5BZI.
Thank you, Ray. But before you go off, I do have a question for you. It's my understanding, like you said, Winter Field Day is the last weekend of January, and I'm pretty sure that's this weekend. And I'm pretty sure you're the one that's been helping to coordinate this for the club. You got any dates that you can share with us about this? What's coming up here in a day or two?
Man, I got all the deets. came to the right guy. Yeah, we'll be out at Fred's place, Alpha Charlie 5 Bravo Alpha. He lives between San Marcos and Luling on Highway 80. It's about an hour drive from downtown, maybe a little longer, hour and 15. Fantastic place. We've done it there the last several years in a row. Fred's excited to have us out. The event starts officially at 1 p.m. on Sunday and goes 24 hours through to 1 p.m. I said Sunday. It starts officially 1 p.m. on Saturday and goes 24 hours through to 1 p.m. on Sunday. But as per usual, club members will be arriving at Fred's place on Friday evening, probably Friday early afternoon. So you're welcome to come and stay the night, Friday night and Saturday night. There will be breakfast provided, thanks to Fred and Minerva, who always have eggs run out of their ears from Fresh Farm Chickens. So we'll have Fresh Farm egg tacos on Saturday and Sunday morning. Anderson, KI5NLK, will be providing us with dinner on Saturday night. So bring some snacks and goodies and beverages and whatever you like. Let's see, what else? RVs, any kind of RV is perfectly acceptable. I have a 22-foot Class C that I'll be bringing out. There will be pop-ups, tents, folks sleep in their cars. We'll have a big bonfire. Let's see. We are limited to 6 transmitting stations, of which all 6 have been accounted for this year, so no reason to bring any equipment out if you're not already registered to do so. With that said, we do operate as the club, using the club call sign N508K for all contacts throughout the weekend, so any and all people. You don't even have to be a licensed amateur radio operator. If you are out at Fred's place this weekend, you can, in fact, operate on the HF or any other band using the club call. And I think that covers it. Oh, Fred has a gun range, so if you're into that sort of thing, bring them on out. Let's see, what else? That's about it. He's had 4 new baby goats born so far. There has been an ongoing sort of birthing that's happened during our field day weekend the last few years, where baby goats have been born while we were actually out there. But this year they beat us to the punch, and it looks like we've got 4 already born, so that'll be cute. Kids and family, and like I say, friends that aren't ham radio operators, everyone's welcome. And if you'd like to find out more, you can either contact me, K5BZI, via instant message on Discord, or you can go to the Field Day channel on Discord, where there is a document pinned to the channel. I mean, you can ask it straight on the channel. People will definitely answer, but if you can find the document that's pinned to it, there is directions, a map, a listing of what stations will be available, and all those sorts of things. So there you have it. We hope to see everybody out there. It's going to be a good time. It always is. And, yeah, hope to see you out there. By the way, it is all generator power. Steven, KI5KET, will be setting up Wi-Fi for us, so we will have the interwebs, and we'll be networked for our logging software. His name is Garrett will be bringing his big military generator out, and I'll have a generator, and there'll be other generators, so if you don't have generator power, there's probably someone you can plug into. And so we'll be getting all those cool bonus points for generator, for being off-grid, and for being in a remote location, and so on and so forth. So, let's see, what did I leave out? I've got a Portacan arranged that I'll be dropped off tomorrow sometime. And I think that covers all the bases. If you have any questions, I'd be glad to answer them for you. Come now with your name and call sign.
Yeah, 5BPX.
Go ahead, Chris, what you got?
I just wanted to possibly clarify. Fred in the channel said it is a pistol range, and it looks to be fairly short. So I don't know if Fred needs to clarify that, if you could bring rifles or not. But with what he said, I would say probably don't bring rifles.
All right, appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Anybody else? All right, well, sounds like I got it covered. Again, if you have any other questions, feel free to jump in on the Discord channel and ask. There is one there. And we hope to see you out there tomorrow evening, if not Saturday. So back to net control. This is K5BZI.
All right, thanks, Ray. Hey, actually, I did have one question for you, Ray. The vintage military radios that you've been working on, are you going to be able to take those out there, and are those working now, or are those still? I think you might be trying to finish them up this evening. How's that going?
Yeah, so I've been working diligently, and I've got them working. The receiver works great. I got it working last year, and I, in fact, has tweaked it over the course of the last 12 months, and it's working really well. The transmitter, on the other hand, I just got working a couple nights ago, and it's working. It's getting out. I made my first contact last night, in fact, with KB5MPJ, Jason down there in Buda, via CW on 80 meters, so that was cool. So it's working, and it'll do CW and AM voice on 80, 40, 20, and 15. So hopefully we'll be able to get it hooked up and have an antenna that it likes, and we'll get some power out over the weekend. So that'll be an experience, and everyone's welcome to come and join in on that. We ought to have a good time with it. And I can tell you, it'll definitely keep the tent warm. It heated up the shack last night pretty well. So, all right, we'll see you at Field Day, K5Bs. Oh, and by the way, for those of you who don't know, it's an ART-13 transmitter and a BC-348 receiver. The pair of which was known to be found in B-29s, B-17s, and occasionally on Marine ships, Navy ships during World War II. So come out to Field Day and check them out. K5BZI.
All right, thank you, Ray. I'm looking forward to seeing that, and as it stands right now, Matt and I are planning on heading out there at some point, if for nothing else, to check out those radios, because we did get a sneak peek of them that you gave us at one point last year, and so it's going to be really cool to see them in action. All right, this is AI5HP, and you're listening to the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net, call sign N50AK. Now it is time for Fox News. I'm not sure if somebody else has got Fox News, but if nobody else has it, our club president, Rusty, WZ5BBS, has volunteered to at least give a recap. So let me wait a hot second to see if the usual Fox newsies are available. Let me pause for a hot second. KI5MVS here. All right, well, there you go. See, it was a good thing that I paused. Jeffrey, KI5MVF, is prepared to give us a Fox News update. So, Jeffrey, take it away, and thanks for calling in.
Good evening, everybody. We had two pretty fun and interesting fox hunts this past weekend. One was hosted by Sky in 5LX, and one was hosted by me, Jeffrey, KI5MVF. Both were kind of in the southwest region of Austin. We had shared maps over on our Fox Hunt Discord channel. This was also the first weekend where we had the official usage of the Gaia maps as suggested by Rusty. I'm going to give a special congratulations to the people that found Sky's Fox. That would be Ernesto, KI5PZN, Rusty, WZ5BBS, John and Diane, KE5RS, and then Jeffrey and Ashley, KI5MVS. And then after that, congratulations to those that found my Fox this weekend. Kind of all the same people. It's KE5RS, John and Diane, Sky in 5LX, Rusty, WZ5BBS, and Ernesto, KI5PZN. And on top of that, Anderson, KI5NLK. He did not sign the logbook, but he sent me some photos of him and one of his kiddos out there and found it. So congrats to everybody that got out there and had some fun, and found those foxes. Some were more difficult than others. And right now I don't think there's any official fox hunts on the books for tomorrow, but I've still got the KI5PZN fox, and I might throw something out if I remember to charge the battery tonight. This has been this week's Fox Hunt News, and I'll send it back to Net Control.
Alright, thank you, Jeffrey, for that recap. And, yeah, plug that thing in. I think it's like an expectation now that the Oak Hill Club is going to be throwing out fox every weekend, even though it's Winter Field Day weekend. You never know. So, hey, y'all, it is time to pass the mic to Rusty, WZ5BBS. He's the president of our club, the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, and he's got news on the club and trivia announcements. So, Rusty, take it away.
I got you, Pat. Don't you worry. So before we talk about anything, let's talk about the CWNet. Here we have some new people, Ernesto, KI5PZN being one of those. If you're learning the CW, want to learn CW, just want to hear what in the world is going on, go check out the CWNet and Pat, W5WTH. It's great. I'm over here on the 325. We're adjusting audio levels, so that's why we're coming in and out, guys. But yes, go play with Pat. 7:30 to 8. It's right before this net, and Pat is a great dude. They will let anybody and everybody come and play with them. So if you want to see what's going out, by all means, go check them out right here. 7:30. I would give you the frequency, but I don't have it, so Pat's going to kill me on that one. Go check out the CW Ops channel. You can also go check out the web. We have the CWNet 3532. Thank you, Will. 3532 is the frequency for the CWNet. Look at this. What would we do without Discord? All right, Pat, now that I did a terrible job promoting your net, I'm going to promote mine and let all the good folks know that we have a trivia net right here every Friday at 9 p.m. We had 43 players last week. Dave, KI5STT, came in first place with 1,609. Holly, W5LUL, coming in second with 1,599 points. And Mike, AI5JS, coming in third. So there were your top three for last week's trivia net. As far as the elimination round went, Kent, KI5RBT, our very own trivia robot, made it all the way to question number 2. Everybody else bounced on question number 1. So apparently I made the elimination round a little too hard last week, and Kent was the only one that survived all the way to round 2. As far as official player rankings go, Mike, AI5JS, is number 1. He beat out Jared, N5AFC, who is number 2, and Philip, AC5G, which is number 3. So they're your top 3 for the whole thing. Anybody can play. All you need is a smartphone, tablet, or a computer. Bingo starts at 8:30, so you have something to do while you're hanging out waiting for the net to begin. To check out player rankings, stats, net logs, any information you would like about the Friday night Trivia Net, you can head over to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. Now off to official club business. We had a great meeting. Thanks to everybody that came out last Saturday. We had 25 people show up. If you want to see all the things that we discussed, in the very bottom of Discord, we have the previous meetings. You can go to the January meeting channel. We did get a lot of stuff done. I would like to thank Dan Quigley, N7HQ from Flex Radio, for coming to hang out with us and tell us all about Flex Radio. He also broke the TV at the library with his slideshow. It was kind of funny. But thank you, Dan, from Flex Radio, for coming and hanging out with us and putting on one heck of a show. I'm going to switch over to the 3 tuning and probably blow out your speakers now. The club business, we got a lot of formality stuff done. I transferred over the club call sign. We now have a P.O. box. I've transferred over all the VHF pairs and UHF pairs to the club, and I am the current trustee of all of that stuff. We've also transferred over the QRZ page from the original president. So just a bunch of paperwork and that kinds of stuff. All the details, like I said, are in the channel, on the January meeting channel. But it was a great meeting. It was good to see everybody and hang out, and I'm looking forward to our next meeting where we're actually going to be testing. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. That is the other thing that we did. The club decided to fund a VE team, and Philip, AC5G, is spearheading that. We are in the process of getting that going. If you want to be a VE, we can totally make that happen. We are looking for people with extra licenses. That way you can grade all the things. We're using Exam Tools, which is a really cool software package to do all of our grading, all of our signing. Everything is electronic. It's going to be really neat, and I'm really looking forward to playing with it and getting it set up. So if you want to be a VE, we have just found out we can magically make you a VE. So if you have an extra license and you're interested in playing with us on the VE team and getting the new people licensed, go hit us up on the Get Licensed channel. And we can make all of your dreams come true. You don't even have to do the ARRL VE stuff. You don't have to do any of that. We can make you a VE. We can show you what to do, how to do, and quite frankly, we're all just starting, we're all just learning, so it is a new process to everybody. We're all going to, Philip is in charge of teaching all of us how to make all this happen. So if you want to get involved on the ground floor of the VE team and come play with us, I think we got 10 people already, but we would love to have more, so go let us know on the Get Licensed channel and come play. We're doing it after the club meetings. We might be doing it more, but for right now, we're doing it at least after every club meeting. We figure it'll be a couple of hours, and everything, like I said, is electronic. So we've got Big Brother watching to make sure that we've crossing all our T's and dotting all our I's and all that kinds of fun stuff. I am looking forward to Winter Field Day this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun hanging out with the fellas. Let's see, I don't think we have any fox hunts that I know of. I think we're taking, even though officially this is a fox hunt weekend, I think we're taking off unless somebody wants to put one out, which might happen, so mind the fox hunt channel. But this weekend is Winter Field Day. That's really all I've got. The DMR repeater also is getting a lot more usage now that we've got nets every night on that. If you've got a DMR radio, go check out the website and get that thing programmed, because we literally have a net on that thing every night. The easiest way to stay up to date is to subscribe to the official club calendar. Head over to n5oak.org and click on the calendar tab to make that happen. That's all I got. Aaron, thank you so much for running the net tonight. It's always fun to have you on here. AI5HP WZ5VBS, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Rusty, for all of that. And yeah, for anybody, I don't have an extra license. I just have the one that was given to me. Oh wait, yeah, that's the classification. But because of that, Rusty did sprinkle fairy dust on me, so I somehow am getting wrapped up in that whole VE business as well. So yeah, somebody save me. Let me pause for station identification. You're listening to the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net, hosted by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N5OAK. We're here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central. Rusty got all the fairy dust. If you're just joining us through the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club repeater system and you want to participate, be sure your tone is set to 114.8 hertz. If you are using the University Link repeater system, welcome back. Make sure you set your tone to 97.4 hertz. My name is Aaron, AI5HP, or as Sammy calls me, Artificial Intelligence 5, Hewlett Packard, and I'm your net control for tonight's net. It's 10-4. We're getting ready to do regular check-ins. Now, no membership is required. Any licensed operators welcome to check in. New hams are encouraged to check in. If you're a new ham, we'd love to hear from you. If you previously checked in tonight, I guess we only had one person that previously checked in tonight officially. But, Ken, if you previously checked in and you want to check in again, come on back in. We'll just recheck you and get you back in line, and we can all, chew on some rags or whatever. So, alrighty, my pencil's out. I'm ready to take general check-ins. Come now with your call sign and your name.
This is Kilo 5 Tango Mike Tango, Matt and Leander.
This is November 5 Sierra Mike Oscar, Bill, North Austin.
This is Kilo India 5 Yankee Lima Sierra Cody Fort Hood.
This Kilo India 5 Papa Zulu November Ernesto in East Austin.
This Key 6 Foxtrot Uniform Will in Henley.
This Kilo Fox 5 Delta Pop X-Ray Chris, South Austin.
This is Kilo 9 Lima Zulu Yankee, Rob up in Lakeway.
This is Whiskey 0 Taco Cilantro Onion, Andrew in Denver, Colorado.
This is Kilo India 5 Yankee Juliet Oscar Scott in Liberty Hill.
This is KI5YAT Bjorn in South Austin.
This is Kilo India 5 November Lima Kilo Anderson in Manchac.
This is Kilo India 5 Uniform Kilo Foxtrot Steve in Dripping Springs.
Alright, that was enough of an awkward silence that I gave y'all. We got some a good list of check-ins here for the first round. Let me go through that list, just run through it real quick just to repeat it, and then we'll start back up at the top of the order. So first I got K5 TMT Matt, then followed by N5 SMO Bill. We had KI5 YLS Cody, KI5 PZN Ernesto. Will, I copied your call sign as P6FU. I may have gotten that wrong, but I got your name, Will. So you're after Ernesto, so I'll be calling on you, and you can correct me when we get to you. Chris, I have you down afterwards. F5DPX. Then Rob K9LZY. Andrew from Denver, W0TCO. Scott KI5YJO. Then Bjorn KI5YAT. Anderson KI5NLK. And then Steve was the last one I copied at KI5UKF. One more call for regular check-ins.
This is Whiskey 5 Tango Alpha Bravo Daniel.
Whiskey 5 Tango Alpha Bravo. I didn't catch your name. Can you come with it again?
Daniel. Whiskey 5 Tango Alpha Bravo.
Okay, I got Daniel down. All right, thank you, Daniel. Once more, anybody else that wants to check in? PMT Matt, are you out there, or did I miss the no traffic from you?
I'm here. Sorry, I stepped away for a second. How's my audio?
Your audio is pretty good. I think when you unkey, I'm hearing some bacon frying, but whatever, man. Just keep talking and nobody will notice. How are you doing? And you coming to Winter Field Day?
Yes, I will be at Winter Field Day, and yeah, just preparing for that. I've had a lot going on lately, so haven't been on the radio much. Tried to fix my repeater tonight, and now I think I'm starting to get that same issue I had earlier today, so that's pretty fun. K5TMT.
Is that issue the bacon fry that we hear when you unkey?
It may be related, I'm not sure. Earlier today it was echoing, and it was, I had to swap around my transmit and receive radios on my repeater, and that seemed to fix it, so now it sounds like I have a new issue, or maybe two.
Hey man, I say leave well enough alone. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah, so it's working, knock on wood, for right now. I'm not going to mess with it, but I am going to get to bed shortly, so it's great hearing y'all, and hope y'all have a good evening. K5TMT.
Alright, Matt. Well, hey, before we let you go, this is general check-in, so I am going to open it up to any call signs that come in if they want to talk to you directly. So, yeah, anybody who wants to say hi to Matt, K5TMT, come with your name and call sign.
This is K5BZI.
Go ahead, Ray.
First of all, Matt, it's good to hear you up this late, and secondly, glad to hear you're coming to Winter Field Day. Looking forward to it, and have really, ever since I got this ART-13, I've been thinking about you, man, because it's, you know, as you know, pretty much a CW radio, and I've been looking forward to seeing you operate it during field day. So hopefully we'll get some good power out, get a good antenna match on it, and you'll be able to make some contacts on it. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, I can't wait. It'll be a blast. Bring that old film camera you got and get some video of that thing being actually being used this year, so that'll be a lot of fun.
Well, I don't have any film, and it's a little late to get some, unfortunately. Let me see what I can do. I don't think I can get any film here in time, but I'll try. K5BZI.
BBS.
Rusty.
Yeah, this is more of a general comment to everyone. I want to see how many people we can get to talk to Matt and see how late we can keep him up. It's 9:01. He's already a half hour past his bedtime. So, Matt, looking forward to seeing you at Winter Field Day. Good to hear you on the repeater, man. And come on, guys, don't let me down. We need at least like 20 or 30 people to come talk to Matt and keep him up past his bedtime. WZ5BBS.
I didn't hear Matt respond. I think he's already turned in. But just in case he's still listening, anybody else want to say hi to Matt, K5TMT, go ahead and come now with your name and call sign.
K5NLK.
K5NLK, go ahead, Anderson.
Matt, I was just going to say sorry we broke your repeater earlier with our rag chewing, and don't worry about Rusty. You don't have to stay up all night, just till midnight.
Well, the repeater is fixable. Yeah, and those 4 a.m. wake-up calls getting ready for work are, they're not too pleasant. K5TMT.
I'm not going to lie to you, that's the one thing I don't miss after changing jobs is being on call. K5NLK.
All right, anybody else want to say hey to Matt before we let him go? Come with your name and call sign now.
K9LCY.
Rob?
Yeah, Matt, I was going to make a bunch of comments about what frequency, blah, 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 repeater blah to keep you up way past your bedtime, but I won't do that tonight. Good luck tomorrow. Out.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
All right, Matt, I'm not going to call for anybody else. I'm going to let you go ahead and settle in. And I do appreciate you waiting for us to get to the general check-ins and for fixing that repeater again. Appreciate all you do. And you have a great evening. And 73.
73, K5TMT.
Alrighty. Thanks, Matt. Next on the list, we've got Bill, N5SMO, with Cody in the on-deck circle. So, Bill, what's going on, man? And hey, are you going to Winter Field Day this weekend?
Hey, it's going good. I'm about 50-50 whether I'm going to get to go or not. I have a job that I'm working on, a bathroom remodel for a client, and we have materials delayed, and we're going to try to finish it up Saturday morning. So if I get that done, I'll be out there because it's out on the east side of the town, so it's like a third of the way out there already. But I've been having fun playing with I got one of those Pentec TR45 QRP CW radios, and I've been playing with that and having a blast with it. It's got an amazingly good receiver in it for CW, and it's just a whole lot of fun, and that's what I've been up to. N5SMO, back to the group.
So what's CW? I'm just kidding. Nobody tell nobody tell Pat I said that. Yeah, that sounds cool. No, honestly though, I do need to try to. I think that was my New Year's resolution, is to try to pick up CW. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Anybody else want to come and say hey to Bill N5SMO? Come with your name and call sign now.
KF5 BPX.
Go ahead, BPX.
Hey, Bill, just wanted to say sorry I missed you at the meeting. I saw that you were there, and then I went to talk to you afterwards, but you had already taken off. So yeah, good to see you out there, even though I didn't get to talk to you. KF5 BPX, back to that.
Yeah, Chris, no worries, man. Apologies to everybody else I didn't get a chance to say hey to. I had to leave kind of suddenly, and I apologize for that without saying any goodbyes. But all's good, and no worries. Catch you next time.
All right, thanks, Chris. Anybody else want to come and say hey to Bill N5SMO? Come with your call sign and name now. All right, nothing heard, Bill. Thanks again for checking in, and yeah, 50-50. Here's hoping we'll see you on this weekend. All right, next on the list is KI5 YLS Cody with Ernesto in the on deck circle. Cody, how you doing, man? How about them boys?
Too soon. Still a weak topic to talk about. It's like pouring salt in the wound. No, I'm doing all right. Looking forward to this weekend. I'm getting to come out and let's see. Sorry, Ray's telling me I need to eat the mic, so let me just deep throat it real quick. Yeah, looking forward to this weekend, and looking forward to getting to see everyone, work some stations. I thought Ray was gonna bring me my own station, but he just let me know that I don't get my own station. So bummer, but it is what it is. Maybe next year or in the summer. Other than that, not a whole lot's going on. Let's see what else. Just getting ready for tomorrow. Just went out and bought some snacks. And just went out and bought some snacks for this weekend and bought some alcohol, so I'll be able to drink with you guys. Yeah, Pat, that's what it is. That's what it is, 100%. No, other than that, hold on, let me reset. Yeah, other than that, not a whole lot's been going on. Just been chilling pretty much. And looking forward to this weekend to see everybody and hopefully blow everybody out with how many contacts and points I make for the group, because I come to play. I'm a competitive person and I've come to play, so y'all be on the lookout. Back to you.
All right, Cody, and hey, under the N5OAK call sign, you'll be able to use all the privileges, right?
Yeah, if I recall, I do believe that I get to use all the privileges. So that's gonna be interesting. But I think it was it winter or summer that I went to the very first one where I made that contact in the Netherlands under Ray's system. So this is full circle, and now that I've got my own, now that I have my own ability to, operate even, and now that I'm officially a ham radio operator, I'm coming to play. So I saw somebody say earlier that Matt and them are going to blow everybody out of the water with the CW, and it was Rick and Matt. We're gonna get all the points of the CW, and I replied back and I said, just watch, because I'm coming for competition, so just be prepared.
All right, man, that's the right attitude to have. Hey, everybody, Cody's here, KI5YLS. If you want to come and say hi to him, come down with your call sign and name. All right, I heard somebody key up and breathe. You want to come back again with your call sign?
Uh-oh, BBS, can you not hear me?
I hear you now, Rusty. Go ahead and speak.
Hey, Cody, I'm looking forward to hanging out with you field day. I was wondering, did you ever pay those Crossroad guys for all those cowboy bets that you made? I was just wondering, because, I don't want us to look bad in front of that other ham radio club. You can't be dragging our credit down there, buddy.
Let's put a pin in that and see if we can get an answer from someone else. No, I've had some personal reasons why I haven't been able to, but I plan to. I hold up to my end of the deal, so I plan to. But personal reasons have kept me from being able to. I'm an adult now. I got bills and stuff, and the fact that I don't really have a job anymore is kind of gut wrenching. So, definitely. But I definitely will pay it because I'm a man of my word, and sad to see, but I'm a man of my word. Thank you.
I'm just playing with you, man. I bet those guys have forgotten. I just wanted to have a little Cowboys fun with you. We'll see you on Saturday, man. WZ5BBS back to net control.
All right, thanks, Rusty. Anybody else want to come and say hi to Cody, KI5YLS? He's here. Come with your call sign and name now.
K5BZI.
Go, Uncle Ray.
Yeah, I was just wondering if YLS there was planning on covering the night shift again this year, as he tends to, as you're about to see in photos.
Don't embarrass me with photos again. Especially if you post the one where I'm, knocked out harder than a wood log. That's on the website, and every time I go and look at it, I feel so embarrassed because you got me at the worst time. Like, out of the whole night, you got me at the worst time. Yeah, I'll take the night shift, as long as I can have a cold beer sitting next to me. My beer, dealer, that's you. Yeah, I will. There it is, right there. I just turned and looked at it. Good Lord. Oh, you have to put that caption too, really? No, I'll take the night shift because while you guys are sitting around chit chatting and drinking, I will be racking in the points and then making all of you veterans look bad. So sure, I'll take the night shift any night.
Roger that, brother. You got it. I used to love the night shift, but I just can't quite hang with it anymore. So, yeah, that'll work.
All right, thanks, Ray. Anybody else want to come and say hey to Cody? Come with your call sign and name now.
Kilo 9, Lima Zulu Yankee.
Go ahead, Rob.
I just want to give a big shout out to Rusty for helping me remember Cody's call because yellow liver spots will stick in my head forever. Cody, I hear you, brother, and KI5 yellow liver spots is imprinted on my brain forever.
Thanks a lot, Rusty. Now that's going to be my full-time call sign, and I'm going to have to live with that now. couldn't have given me some kind of food or something? Me being a fat ass that I am. You couldn't give me like a food or something? You had to give me yellow liver spots. Hey, I guess everyone gets their own weird one, so, you know what, I guess I'll take it. Hey, whatever helps you remember it, helps you remember it, because, I know there's times where I stumble on my own call sign, so maybe I may have to use that for me to remember it, so, back to net.
Alright, thanks, Rob. One more call for Cody. Anybody want to come say hey to him? Come with the call sign and name now.
KC3 NAG.
Go ahead.
Hey, Cody, it's Randy. Since Uncle Ray is like such a wussy now, you and I are going to be running the night shift, man. Be very, very glad to see you.
Hey, what's going on, man? Yeah, definitely down to do that, and I could have told you months and months ago that Ray turned into a wussy. He turned into a wussy when he moved to Austin. That's why they say keep Austin weird. But yeah, no, definitely down, for the night shift, and, keep each other company, and if Ray continues to be my beer dealer like he is, I'll have cool ones for you as well. But back to you.
Yeah, well, I know it's hard to squeeze anything out of Ray, but, just keep nagging him. Oh, wait, that's my call sign, KC3 NAG. Talk to you later, Cody. Back to net.
Thanks, Randy. Hey, and folks, there you have it. It sounds like we got night shift covered for Winter Field Day between Randy and Cody. They're going to keep each other honest here. And the N5OAK team is just going to get all the points. Anybody else want to come and say hey to Cody? Come with your call sign and name now. Alright, nothing heard. Hey, Cody, thanks for checking in tonight. It's good to hear from you, and hopefully we'll see you this weekend, man. Alright, next on the list, we've got Ernesto, KI5PZN with Will is in the on-deck circle. So, Ernesto, how you doing, man?
This is KI5PZN. Hey, Aaron, thanks for running the net, and hello to everybody on the net. Things have been cool, a lot of work, more than anything, but that's fine. Let's see, it was really nice seeing all you guys on that, on the quarterly meeting, club meeting. That was pretty cool. Got to, meet some of you in person that I've been talking, with for a while, so that was pretty neat. Plus we had a good, we had a good meeting. It was a lot of fun. Let's see, aside from that, CW, man, that thing got me hooked. It's, it's fun. I don't know. I guess I'm looking at the game, so I'm just having a blast. Today was my second quote net. I jumped in and kind of did my thing. Pat is super nice, and he has a lot of patience, and he doesn't mind. So for those of you listening, let me let it reset. If you want to get on into CW, this club really helps out with that net. It's at 7:30. 30 minutes before this one, like the guys were mentioning earlier. That's on the 3.532 megahertz frequency, and if you're a technician, you can go out there and operate as well. 7:30, and you don't have to be a good CW operator, obviously, because I'm there. And you can use your computer if you want to. There's no, rules on that. You can use your key, whatever you're using, but it's pretty neat, and you can just, print your cheat sheet and put it next to you and look at it and do your thing and turn on your app on your phone to listen to what they're transmitting, and that way you can tell what the heck they're saying while you get better. But it's a lot of fun. And we also play on Discord. Let me reset again. Play on Discord too. Well, we are trying to talk on the CW. So I don't know. It's fun, and don't get don't be afraid of giving it a shot. I'm a new ham. I keep saying that, but I'm still new. And it's fun. It's fun. It's not that difficult once you get into it. And obviously, I didn't learn the traditional way. I'm gonna let it reset. There are methods to learn CW. I use what people told me not to use, but that's how my brain works. So I basically listened to a song until I was able to sing along the alphabet, and that's how my brain grabbed it. So if if the traditional way doesn't work for you, I can point you out to what I did. And I even have the paddle set up backwards. But, as long as you get to transmit, they don't care. So back to that, if you can, it's every Thursday night at 7:30 at CWNet. It is pretty awesome. And let's see. And for, let me let it reset again. I get too excited. This weekend I'm going to be out of town. Unfortunately, I won't be able to meet you guys at the Winter Field Day. Hopefully next year I'll be able to. We stopped by last year for a little bit, but I didn't know anybody back then. Would have been more awesome. But I can't make it this year. Then the weekend after this one, if there are foxes out there, I hope that we have fox hunting going on. I know Bjorn, I can't pronounce your name, bro. KI5YA, I forgot. Bjorn is the one who's going to be joining the Ernasti's team, Rusty and myself, and we still have rooms in case anybody else wants to join in. But yeah, that's about it from me. I guess I should shut up and send it back to Net Control. Thanks again for running the net, man. I appreciate it. This is KI5PZN.
Thanks, Ernesto. This is a lot of fun for me to do. And I just have trouble committing to it because of work and Evil Mopac likes to torture me on Thursdays. Doesn't torture me as bad as on Wednesdays, but definitely tortures me on Thursdays. Hey, so did I see right that you, in addition to getting your little paddle, having your paddle, you picked up a straight key for CW?
I picked up a straight key from the meeting, but I still need to wire it. I don't have it ready to rock and roll. I have another paddle too that I need to wire, and that's what I was bugging the guys earlier on the CW channel. But yeah, it's I need to get those wired so that I can jump on that and use those too.
Okay, cool, man, cool. I need to pick up something, bug, paddle, stray key. I don't know. Now I try to look on YouTube for you can just make your own stray key, but I'm not that good or patient with making my own stuff. So I'm cheap enough where I want to, but not skilled enough to where I could. So yeah, there's that.
You should give it a try, man. They're very patient. They're, when they go really fast, I have to, tune out because it's I can't understand a thing. But when they slow down for people like me, it's fun. Back to net.
All right, sounds good. Everybody, we've got Ernesto here, and KI5PZN, and we're not going to get to see him on Winter Field Day, so now's your chance to talk to him before the weekend. If you want to talk to him, come now with your call sign and your name. All right, nothing heard. Ernesto, I appreciate you checking in tonight. Thank you. And, yeah, you got any last thoughts before we go?
No, man, I guess that's about it for me. Thanks again for running the net, man. Appreciate it. Back to Net Control. KI5PZN.
Ernesto. Let me go ahead and pause for station identification. You are listening to the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net, hosted by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N5OAK. We're here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central. My name is Aaron, AI5HP, and I'm your net controller for tonight. Next on our list, we've got Will, and Will, I wrote down P6FU. I don't know if that's correct or not, but now's your chance to correct me, and also to come now and say hi and tell us what's been going on and if you're planning to make field day.
Howdy there, Aaron. This is Will, Whiskey 6, Foxtrot uniform. So that's W6FU. Thanks for having me on the net. Hello to everybody on the net. It's been a little while since I've checked in. Probably about a year, I might imagine, so my yearly check-in. I didn't realize Field Days was this weekend. I think I'm going to try and stop by. I was trying to dig up an antenna, but sounds like the field is full up, so maybe I'll just stop by. I don't know, maybe make a contact or two, eat everybody's tacos, take off, that sort of thing. Good to see some familiar faces, good to see some new faces. Regarding the yellow liver spots, I can't really play the suffix game. I've only got one suffix available to me, and we better not go there. But anyway, thanks for having me. It's good to hear you guys. Good to see the net going strong. Good to see the neat CW net. I think Pat was saying that was CW net number 150. That was one of the originals on the net. I think it was me and Pat and maybe Bill at SMO and George, Tego Radio, back a little while ago. That was a little while ago, I guess. Anyway, good to see you guys. Maybe I'll see some of you guys on Saturday. And until then, 73 to y'all. I'll hand it back to you, Aaron. Back to Net Control. This is Will, Whiskey 6, Foxtrot uniform.
All right, well, thank you for that correction. Whiskey 6, Foxtrot uniform. Everybody, we've got Will here. If you want to say hi to him, he doesn't always check in. So now's your chance to say hi to him. Come with your call sign and name now.
KF5 DPX.
5SMO, Bill.
I had two people calling. I got Bill, but then I think I heard KF5SMX. Go ahead.
KF5 DPX. I guess I'll go. So this is Whiskey 6 from Uzbekistan. This is KF5 DPX. Great to hear you on the air, and I'm planning on heading out there Saturday late morning, early afternoon for a few hours. So I hope we overlap. And like I said, good to hear from you on the air again. It's been a while, and have a great one. Whiskey 6 from Uganda. This is Kilo Fox 5 Delta Papa X-Ray.
All right, thanks, Chris. Sorry about screwing up your call sign and all that. Go ahead. I think I might be doubling over you. Will, go ahead.
Oh, that's one of the advantages of being on the 250. I get a little bit of lag, so there's a little bit less double. Good to see you, Chris. I see you over there on the video. Yeah, I'll probably run into you on Saturday. We had a lot of fun last time I went over there. I assume it's at the same place, Fred's. But I've got directions here on the internet, so I'll probably be there, I don't know, 10, 11 a.m. Probably stay for a few hours, so I'm sure we'll run into each other. Good to see you, bud.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, same place, and KF5 DPX back to net for I guess Bill's chance.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. Go ahead, Bill, N5SMO.
Yeah, Will, everything Chris said and then some, but I was also going to ask you, Curious, what antenna are you using and what machine are you using? Because you're getting in there real good tonight. N5SMO, back to Aaron and the group.
There, Bill, I'll go ahead and take the handoff. Yeah, I'm just using a little Kenwood D710G. That's what I run my APRS node on. So if you're driving by Henley, you know, I've got an APRS node that'll pick you up. But, you know, I think that repeater's over at George's house, and I can almost throw a rock over to his house. So I think he's like maybe 2 miles away. It's a little hilly out here, but I can hit him pretty good from here. But yeah, good to hear you, Bill. I was hoping to catch you on the CW net tonight, but I'm sure you were on 10 meters trying to catch somewhere overseas somewhere. Good to hear you. If you're going to be at Field Day tomorrow, hopefully I'll see you. And until the next time, take care. Good to hear you, Bill. This is Will Whiskey 6 Fox Uniform, back to net control.
All right, thanks, Bill. Anybody else want to call in and say hey to Will, Whiskey 6 Foxtrot Uniform? Come with your call sign and name there.
K5BZI.
Go ahead, Ray.
Yeah, it's been a while since we heard from the friendly unicorn. How you doing there, Will? Man, it's good to hear from you, buddy. Glad to hear you're doing good out there. And my APRS beacon digipeater went down. My radio finally fizzled out on me a little while ago. But every time I brought it up, it was always good to see yours was still ticking out there. I could catch you pretty easy. And yeah, you're probably in the shadow of the 250 down there. I'm not surprised you're coming in so good. Anyhow, man, I hope to see you out at Fred's place on Saturday. It'll be good to see you. It's been too long. Catch you later. K5BZI.
Good, Ray? Yeah, good to see you. Good to hear from you. I think I owe you a QSL card. I got one from you, and I think I had a pile on my desk that's collecting dust, and I think one of them's got your name on it. So I'll get my act together at some point here in the near future. But yeah, I'll more than likely see you on Saturday for a little while. Save me a taco or something. We'll play with the goats, all that kind of stuff. Maybe make a contact or two.
Sounds good, man. Looking forward to seeing you. Yeah, I don't know if you saw me, but I got a stack of cards I got to respond to over here too. It is what it is. K5BZI back to net.
All right, thanks, Ray. Anybody else want to come and say hey to Will? W6. I like that one better, man, than the one that my brain came up with. Friendly Unicorn. Anybody else want to come say hi? Come with your call sign name. All right, nothing heard, Will. Well, I appreciate you checking in tonight. And, I, too, am making plans for tacos and goats. Playing with the goats and eating the tacos and not eating the goats. And playing with the tacos. So, yeah, maybe I will join you as well. And next up, we've got Chris. I keep butchering his call sign. Kilo Foxtrot 5, Delta Papa X-Ray. Chris with Rob on the on-deck circle. Chris, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing all right. I guess on the radio front, I saw that stuff going on in the Meshtastic channel there on Discord, so I went and ordered one of these wireless mesh things to be a part of the mesh network here in Austin that someone is setting up somewhere. I'll eventually be taking that out of the box and getting it ready. I think if you go to that channel on Discord, some folks are meeting next Wednesday at I think Black Sheep Lodge. I don't know. Pay attention to that channel and figure it out. Secondly, for those that weren't on the Tuesday night Simplex. Had a pretty cool POTA experience at McKinney Falls. I had a park to McKinney Falls from McKinney Falls with November Whiskey 1 Sugar. His name was Brendan. Turned out he was visiting from Boston, so an unplanned park-to-park in the same park activation, and he works for the airline industry and was in town for a couple days. I guess his wife also works for the airline industry, and she had 2 free nights in a hotel because however that stuff works. So this guy's a POTA hunter. He had a little KX3. Got him 5.9. He had a half watt. I evidently shut down his radio with my 100 watts. So he came and found me, and then he had Ubered to the park, so I gave him a ride back to downtown where he was staying and showed him some places to go over there in East Austin, over by the White Horse and all that sort of stuff. So turns out he's also the president of his club in Boston, so cool. I guess lastly, I'm trying to get my 3D printer working again, so hopefully I can start printing on that. I have to replace the springs on the bed so that it will stay level, so hopefully I got that going. So start printing out some wire winders and whatnot, and I guess that's about it. KF5 DPX back to net.
Hey man, so it sounds like you're basically an Austin ambassador to this dude from Boston, so that's pretty cool, man.
K5BZI.
Go ahead, Ray.
Chris, you said for you Tuesday night guys, and then you told the story about your park to park. I didn't understand the correlation there.
Oh, yeah, I told the story on Tuesday night, so on the Simplex. So for the Tuesday night guys, I already heard it, so you got to hear it again.
Oh, yeah, okay, right on. K5BZI back to net.
All right, Ray. Hey, anybody got want to come say hi to Chris, KF5DPX? Come to call sign and name now. Chris, so how long have you had that 3D printer, and how long has it been out of service?
No, I've had it for a few years, and I've been every once in a while trying to print and then get frustrated, so I finally ordered some springs. Yeah, I had it for a few years. I've printed some things on it, mostly wire winders and things for end-fed antennas. And plan on doing that again.
Okay, cool. Yeah, every time I think of a 3D printer, I'm thinking like Dungeons and Dragons minifigures. But I guess radio stuff works too.
Yeah, I've printed the stuff for the radio, printed things for my truck, just little, like, I have a Tacoma, so little things that will work in the console and that sort of thing. And yeah, there's lots of figurines and whatnot. People print on it. Lots of cool random stuff. I printed a fix for the pitcher rinser in my coffee shop on it because the one that it came with broke. The little thing you press down on. So repaired that. It's really cool to have.
Yeah, that sounds cool. I worry about the space and the dust. So and of course the price. So that's why I haven't dug too far into it, and thinking about buying one. But maybe some point I will. All right. Well, thank you, Chris, for checking in tonight. Appreciate it. And we're going to go now to Rob K9LZY with with Andrew in the On Deck Circle. Rob, how you doing?
K9LZY, really good. I'm not going to be at field day, but I have ADHD, so there's a clown circus in my head constantly. And I started thinking about, like, well, you know, I'm a big Yellowstone fan, the TV show, and I started thinking about, like, Teeter, the female Michael Landon's daughter, Jennifer Landon. What if she was a ham, and what if she was at Hamfest? Can you imagine that? It's like Boomhauser, and can you imagine? So, other than that, looking forward to trying my hand here at the next Fox Hunt, and looking forward to building a Yagi and building a couple other antennas to go ahead and try to hone in on that and find it quicker than everybody else. K9LZY.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You know, I haven't created a Yagi yet, but I did do what I think is probably a horrible attempt at one of those loop antennas. You know, kind of like an attenuation antenna to try to, for finding the null points, right? I haven't tried it out yet, but that's something that I plan to bust out when I do a Fox Hunt. But yeah, those are kind of cool, man. So I would also look forward to that. I think I was teasing people last time that they need to do some Fox Hunts down here in Buda where I'm at, because I'm too lazy to drive everywhere else. But wherever, you know, really it's more about me just getting out. You know. So, everybody, we've got Rob, K9LZY here. If you want to say hi to him, come with your call sign and name now.
BBS.
Go for it, Rusty.
Hey, Rob, just wanted to let you know, if you look over in the pinned documents on the Fox Hunt channel, I've got several YouTube videos on how to Fox Hunt, what to do, and then we also have a PDF on how to build a Yagi and all that out of a tape measure. So if you're looking for some guidance, or if you're looking just to kind of figure out what in the world, go check out the pinned documents in the Fox Hunt channel, and that'll at least get you started if you haven't already jumped down the rabbit hole on YouTube.
Thanks, Rusty. Yeah, I think that to be a really good fox hunter, I need a pipe, and I need to be smoking a pipe to be able to be a good fox hunter here. But yeah, I'll look at that, Yagi, and this is all based on Discord, so I'm watching the video here, and just for y'all.
Very cool, man. And same thing, you know, Bjorn's going to come ride with Ernesto and I. You're more than welcome to come and hang out with us and drive around. We have a pipe in the car, so if you want to smoke the pipe, then you're more than welcome. It's a peace pipe, so it makes everybody happy, and it makes the foxes a whole lot easier to find. So anytime you want to come hang out with us, you're more than welcome, man. WZ5BBS, back to net control.
All right, thanks, Rusty. Anybody else want? Oh, that was my watch telling me it's time for bed. Oh well. Thanks, Rusty. Anybody else want to come say hi to Rob? K9LZY. Come with the call sign and name now.
K5BZI.
Go ahead, Ray.
First of all, just to be clear, he's talking about tobacco pipe. That's me smoking on Discord video, and I want to thank Rob for joining us over on Discord video, man. It's good to see you. And remind everybody that there is, in fact, video, guys. If you'd like to hang out with us in the shack, man, come on over. The video stream's here. We got Cody over here, KF5YLS, Rob, K9LZY, Chris, DPX is here with us tonight, and, of course, myself, and here comes the XYL. Hello, Allie. Say hi, Allie. And, anyway, yeah, thanks, Rob, man. Good to see you on there. Nice meeting you in person. I hope did you say you were going to make it out Saturday?
No, unfortunately, I got plans, honeydews, full of honeydews, so not this time.
Roger that. Well, we'll get to meet you in person one of these days. So good seeing you, man. Back to net, K5BZI.
All right, thanks, Ray. Anybody else want to come say hi to Rob K9LZY? Come with your call sign and name now. All right, nothing heard. Well, Rob, thanks for checking in tonight. I really appreciate it. And, oh yeah, I do see now. I don't usually join the video feed, but I do see you're on there, so that's awesome. Yeah, like Ray said, folks, it's you actually get a double. It's like two nets in one here. You got the Thursday night video channel, as well as what's going on here on the radio. So y'all should really, if you jump on that Discord as well, you probably get like commentary and whatnot of how I'm doing as a net controller. I'm falling asleep at the wheel or whatnot. But hey, we are moving on to the next list. But before we do, let me go ahead and do a station identification. You're listening to the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net, hosted by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club. Call sign N50AK. We're here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central. My name is Aaron, AI5HP, and I'm your net control for tonight's net. Next on the list is coming to us from, did I write down correctly, Denver? It's Andrew, W0TCO. We've got Scott in the on-deck circle, but Andrew, how you doing, man?
Hey, thanks for running the net tonight. Yeah, things are going well. I'm coming to you from my All-Star node, which is having troubles with the radio interface, so I'm using my laptop for now, so kind of cheating. But I've just been something I've been struggling probably 4 or 5 months with off and on. Just trying to get the sound card interface to interface with my Baofeng radio so that I can receive and transmit. I can get it to receive for a little bit, but then it times out because y'all just keep the transmissions open for too long. So yeah, just kind of working through that. Wish I could join you at Field Day and check out Ray's fancy new radio, or fancy old radio. I'd love to see that. Hopefully there'll be some video of that. But yeah, just checking in tonight for the first time in a while. Just wanted to say hi, and it's good to hear everyone again. W0TCO back to net.
Yeah, thanks, Andrew. Thank you for checking in. You know, I was mentioning to somebody on Discord that I had and it wasn't really mine. It was my son that set up a Raspberry Pi 4 with a MMDVM hat, and I don't know if that'll work or not for getting on Echolink either. I think that was the intent at one point, but I just haven't pursued it. But it's really cool that you're doing that as well. How difficult? I mean, I know you say you're struggling with it now, but at least initially, I mean, you're coming in clear as far as I can tell. And Cheater, oh, that's right, you said you're using a laptop. Cheater, whatever, man. I don't. It's all good. We're listening to you over the radio, so you're not cheating. But how difficult was it for you to set that up initially?
Thanks for letting me know I'm not cheating and that you got me on the radio over there. I feel better now. Setting up All-Star isn't too difficult. I do tech stuff for my full-time job, so I got it set up pretty easy. It's just like the All-Star software seems like it was built in like the 1970s, and it's just very old and cumbersome. And the documentations are not great. And so, yeah, there's thousands of videos doing it with a Raspberry Pi. But I am not doing a Raspberry Pi because I run a home server at my house. So I've got it running in a virtual machine right now. And getting the software wasn't too difficult for me. There were a lot of stumbling blocks, but nothing I couldn't handle. The part that I'm having issues with is modifying the USB sound card to activate the radio's push to talk and COS and all of that kind of stuff. There's a bunch of tutorials online, but none of them have worked for me. So I'm thinking that it might be maybe like the wires that I'm using. I'm using an old Ethernet cable, using the wires from inside of there. They just might not be strong enough or thick enough or something. So yeah, I mean it's not too difficult, but at the same time it's difficult for me because I don't really know what I'm doing or how to diagnose or troubleshoot why the issues that I'm seeing are happening. So it's definitely a learning experience, and that's what I was going for, but happy I can come in over my laptop for now. W0TCO back to net.
Yeah, the only thing I can say is as far as difficulties of things, I used to work on USB devices for my job, and those are the absolute worst. Just USB drivers, USB protocols, whatever, plug and pray, all that stuff is just miserable. And hit devices and all that, I don't know if you're familiar with any of that. None of that makes sense to me, and I've looked into it and done it. So I hear you there. If it's anything to do with that, I feel your pain. The only other thing I'll say about USB devices, I've heard people say, make sure you put a choke or a bead or something on that USB cable. That might be more likely a problem than say, skinny wires or whatever.
Cool. Yeah, thanks for that. It's confusing because I can hear just fine. Thanks, Rusty. Printers do suck. I can hear just fine for 3 minutes until my radio times out, but after someone transmits and their message ends, the connection doesn't close for like a good 5 or 6 seconds after that. And so by the time someone rekeys, it just keeps the line open. So it runs out of, it's set for like something stupid like 3 minutes of timeout before the radio that's plugged into the USB sound card times out and just stops transmitting. So who knows? Learned a lot, but just have to keep on learning until I figure it out. So good learning experience.
I did hear somebody call in for a comment. Go ahead, comment.
K9LCY. Yeah, anytime you're using a virtual machine, the abstraction layers, I do this for a living, but you're just killing yourself. So do it first with a real physical device with USB, because like VMware or KVM or whatever other abstraction layer you're using will kill you if you're trying to troubleshoot. Once you get it working on a physical machine, then you can move on to, trying to map with a virtual machine. So yeah, that's just I've done this for the last 20 years, and that will kill you with the VM. K9LCY.
Thanks for that, Rob, K9LZY. I'll have to try that out. I've got enough laptops laying around here that I can just try that out on. So, yeah, thanks for the pointer.
Thanks, Rob. Anybody else want to come and say hi to Anderson, W0TCO? He's coming to us from Echolink in Denver. Come with your call sign and name now.
VBS.
Go ahead, Rusty.
Hey, Andrew. It is good to hear your voice, man. Hope things are going well in Colorado. I was wondering if you had hung out with Johnny yet, and if so, what y'all were up to, and how you're digging Colorado and the ham radio scene up there, man.
Hey, Rusty. Good to hear you as well. I have not met up with Johnny, and I have not done any radio stuff up here in Denver. Just trying to get like settled in and stuff, and all of that kind of fun stuff. But you know, things are fabulous up here. Really enjoying it. So yeah, things are good. To be honest, the one thing I miss about Austin is the radio club and being close to the Oak. But eventually I will get that set up so that I can tune in to the Oak from my home office.
Roger, man. Well, keep us updated on your All-Star woes, because I'm sure it will help somebody else out, all of the things that you do and don't do. But, yeah, man. Well, all right. Well, good luck, and we'll hear you on the net later on. WZ5BBS, back to net control.
Thank you, Rusty. Anybody else want to come say hey to Andrew? W0TCO. Come with your call, sign the name now.
K5BZI.
Go ahead, Ray.
Hey, Andrew, you can. I just posted a link to the Super 8 video that I shot last year at Field Day, and I had those radios out. The transmitter wasn't working last year, but they're in the video, so you can. I had them in an Army 10. I don't think I'm going to bring the Army 10 this year, but I had the Army 10 set up last year, and had the radios in it, so you can run through that old Super 8 movie there and see those radios if you want to check them out. K5BZI.
Thanks, Ray. I will check out that video. I didn't realize it was in there. W0TCO, back to net.
Thanks, Ray. Anybody else want to come and say hey to Andrew? Come with your call, sign the name now. All right, nothing heard. Andrew, I appreciate you calling and checking in. And I know it took a little bit of effort. So I especially appreciate it. So thanks for that, and hopefully you'll get that set up and robust, and we'll be able to hear you a lot more on the repeater. So take care, man. All right, next on the list, we've got Scott, KI5YJO with Bjorn on the on-deck circle. Scott, how you doing, man?
KI5YJO, doing fine. Get up, go to work, come home, repeat the next day. Nothing too spectacular. I haven't really been doing anything in the radio world at all. I just, I've had my equipment running for about 3 months now, and just checking in on the net here and there and just chatting with everybody. I will not be able to make it to Field Day. I will be doing redneck chores around the house. KI5YJO, back to net.
Well, man, if it's anything similar to Mexican chores, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Roger, I'll be cleaning out some cedar trees from the back pasture and trying to get ready to plant some grass for the cows to eat once spring comes.
Yeah, I definitely don't know anything about that. Hey, y'all. Scott's here, KI5YJO. Y'all want to come say hey to him? Come with your call sign and name now. All right, nothing heard. Scott, maybe you can, maybe if things go well, you finish up your chores early, you can make it to Field Day, or, they're going to be there Sunday as well, so who knows, man.
Well, that possibility does exist. We'll have to see how it goes. Depends on the weather and several other factors, but if I do get some time, maybe I can run down there. KI5YJO, back to net.
K5BZI comment.
Go ahead, Ray.
Yeah, just to be clear on that, the contest does not end until 1 p.m. on Sunday, and usually breakdown takes us a couple hours. We're usually cleared out of there by 3. So anytime before 3 o'clock is you're welcome to come by. Anyone is.
Come on by, Scott. KC3, NAG.
Yeah, so there you go, Scott. So, sounds like, yeah, if things, if things go jelly side up, maybe you can make it out. You know what? If nothing else, maybe you can contact the guys over the radio. That way, they can kind of add to their point count. I mean, that's a thought, right?
10-4. I'd probably, if I don't have time to actually drive down there, it'd be easier to make time to try to keep on the radio. So we'll keep that in mind also. KI5, YJO, back to net.
All right. Well, thanks, Scott. Thanks again for checking in. We've got Anderson stepping into the on-deck circle, but up at the plate now is Bjorn, KI5YAT. Bjorn, how you doing, man? And are you planning to join up for Winter Field Day this weekend?
Hey, doing good. Yeah, I'm not going to be going to Winter Field Day. I didn't realize it was this weekend, and I kept seeing WFD all over, and I was too dumb and lazy to look it up or ask, see what it was about. I got some stuff this weekend I got to do around the house that I've been putting off, and I got radio I picked up that I wildly overestimated my abilities on fixing. That shout out to Doug, KG5UNK. He's been helping me out trying to figure out what's going on with that so I can get that working, and I might see if I can't get a build sheet for a 6-meter antenna that I can throw up and maybe get some materials together and build it this weekend or maybe next week or something like that. But yeah, it's kind of what I got going on there.
Cool, man. Yeah, I need to, I think I mentioned before on the net that I was thinking about trying to make my own antenna or looking into it. I have not pulled the trigger on any of the components for that yet. I mean, I've got a bunch of wire that I could use, but yeah, that should be fun, man. Let us know how that goes.
Yeah, for sure. If it works, I can probably definitely be on 6 meters in the next week or so, and maybe I can start making some contacts if I don't hurt myself in the process.
Yeah, all right, man. Hey, everybody, Bjorn's here, KI5YAT. And if y'all want to say hey to him, come with the call sign and name now.
BZI.
Hey, Ray, go ahead.
Hey, Bjorn, on that 6-meter antenna build, I've got a stack of aluminum from old beams that I've taken down over the years, laying next to the shed over here. And as everyone knows, and if you haven't heard before, this stuff's up for grabs, so it's perfect for that sort of a build. So if you want some some straight aluminum tubing from some old ham radio beams, it's all yours. Just let me know when you'd like to come by and pick through it.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome. I know I got some aluminum tubes and stuff and probably like 250 feet of copper wire that I won't say how I got it. But, yeah, if I need anything, yeah, I appreciate it. I'll definitely reach out to you. Thanks, man. KI5YAT.
Back to net, K5BZI.
Thank you, Ray. Anybody else want to come and say hey to Bjorn? He's here. Just come with your call sign and name now.
KG5UNK.
Go ahead, UNK.
Hey, Bjorn. Nice to, I guess, hear your voice. Been messaging, but I guess the first time I've talked to you.
Yeah, hey, Doug. Nice to talk to you. Appreciate all the help you're giving me. It feels like you're kind of talking to a monkey trying to teach him electronics.
No, not at all. Anyway, I just wanted to say, hey, we can talk later. KG5UNK, back to net.
All right, thanks, Doug. Anybody else want to come in and say hey to Bjorn? Come with your call sign and name now. All right, nothing heard. Bjorn, thank you for checking in tonight, and good luck with that antenna bill. I'm looking forward to hearing how it works out for you. Next on the list, actually before we do that, let me go ahead and do a station ID. You're listening to the OKL Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net, hosted by the OKL Amateur Radio Club, call sign N50AK. We're here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central, and it's past my bedtime. My name is Aaron, AI5HP. I'm your net control for tonight. We've got Steve stepping into the on-deck circle, but at the plate tonight is Anderson, KI5NLK. Anderson, man, how you doing tonight?
Hey there, HP Hewlett Packard. I'm doing pretty good. KI5NLK here. I don't know. I'm kind of just doing, work stuff, getting kind of worn out with all that, and I can't wait to do field day where I can relax a little bit. So it'll be a lot of fun. Radio-wise, yeah. Thanks for shouting me out on the Fox, Jeff. I took my little 4-year-old and I kind of tricked her into going fox hunting with me, and I said that I was going to go somewhere, and she said, "Where are you going?" And I said I was going to go, and there's probably a fox hidden in a park. And so we go out, and she starts looking around, and she's doing her thing, and then she's like, "Where is the fox?" And I was like, "Well, it'll be hidden." She's like, "Where is it hiding?" And I was like, "I think you think this is an actual fox." And so I had to stop at a park and play for a little while, and then I said, "Okay, I think it might be time to go look again." And we only had it was maybe 20 minutes, and so we started going to look, and then my wife called and was like, "You got to get home, it's dinner time," or whatever, and I was just barely able to find it. I was like, hang on, I got to stop right here. I think it's on the other side of these trees or this house or whatever. So with a 4-year-old, it's harder to fox hunt, but that was why I didn't sign the log, because I saw it, went, snap a photo, all right, we got to go, we got to get to dinner. But yeah, but it was a lot of fun. I like it when they're south and I don't have to spend $100 in gas to go drive up north to find them. So anyhow, pumped about field day, enjoyed the club meeting, all that stuff. Back to net control.
Hey Anderson, that sounds good, man. That sounds like fun. Just being out and playing with the kid. That had to have been enjoyable regardless. And then the finding of the fox is probably the cherry on top, right?
Oh, for sure. She would have been disappointed had we not found it. So I was glad we were in the general vicinity. So it didn't take too much dragging her along, because you know how kids are. I don't know if you know, but the less excitement there is, the quicker they lose interest. Like if you go fishing, you got to catch a fish about every 5 minutes, or they get bored.
Yeah, I hear you. And some adults, we still stay that way as we get older. So, yeah, I hear you, man. Everybody, we got Anderson, KI5NLK here. If you want to say hey to him, and I know you do, come with your call sign and name now.
K5BZI.
Go ahead, Ray.
Listen, that's just straight up trickery, man. You're tricking your little girl. I've met her. She's a sweetheart. You shouldn't be so mean to her. She's she's smart. She doesn't man, come on now.
Oh, I wouldn't say it's trickery. I mean, we did play at the park. We had to stop mid-fox hunt for about an hour and played at the park that's pretty close to where the fox was hid.
All right, fair enough. Well, I wanted to also mention, give you a shout out again, thank you for offering to cook Saturday night, and I'm wondering if you are interested in sharing what we might be eating Saturday night out at Fred's place for field day.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea in case somebody goes, oh, I don't eat beef, for example, or something like that. But my grandpa always, when we went
camping. You know, he was a Cub Scout or Boy Scout or whatever you call it. Boy Scout, yeah, not Cub Scout. He was a Boy Scout, and they always made these things called hobo dinners. I don't know if you're not supposed to call them that anymore. Maybe like dinners for the unhoused or something. But it's a foil packet with potatoes, carrots, and a hamburger patty, and sometimes you'd put soup on it. So I may grab some cream of mushroom soup we can toss on top. But you basically make a little foil packet, and you just set it on the fire, you know, for like 45 minutes to an hour. Then it gets real soft, kind of like almost like pot roast or whatever. But it's a lot of fun, and it'll be easy, I think. I'm not sure. I guess I was thinking I would make them ahead of time, but also we could bring it all where everybody could make their own, and then you could put your own things in it, and I'll just have it all in containers. Maybe that'll even be more fun. But I guess then I got to think about a way to keep them all separate. A Sharpie.
Well, that sounds crazy delicious, man, and thank you so much for offering. I know I'm looking forward to it. So we'll see you out there, man. K5BZI, back to net.
All right, thanks, Ray. Anybody else want to come say hey to Anderson? Come with your call sign and name now.
KC3 NAG. Hey, Anderson.
Shaking Randy.
Hey, man, I really like that story of you taking your 4-year-old girl out fox hunting. You know, that's really cool. You know, and I'm being serious, you know. That's really, really cool, man.
Yeah, I have a feeling she's going to remember it, and hopefully in a good light, because we were successful and found the fox we were looking for. But, you know, it meant a lot to me, too, that she was involved and excited. You know, she'd want to hold the radio, and she'd want to watch the little S meter and all that, so it was a hoot.
Yeah, cool, man. I mean, with any hobby, anything, you know, it's best to start them young. I mean, you know, feed their minds with good information before they get on the internet.
Before the internet has a chance to ruin them. That's right, Randy. Back to you, net control.
All right, thanks, Randy. Anybody else want to come say hey to Anderson? KI5NOK is here. Come with your call sign and name now.
K9LZY.
KF, Steve.
Go ahead, Rob, and then Steve will call on you afterwards.
I was just going to say you're setting her up to marry an engineer for sure, which is not a bad thing. K9LZY, back to that.
Yeah, whatever makes her happy, but an engineer will make me happier. I don't want her getting into some sort of I don't know. I shouldn't say anything about it. Whatever makes her happy.
That's great, man. Thanks, Rob, for calling in. Steve, were you gonna say something too?
This is KI5UKF, Steve. Yeah, Anderson, first of all, I mean, I wanted to thank you for what you're doing for the troops as far as feeding them on Saturday night. And second, I really appreciate hearing about you. I kind of consider you having your 4-year-old out there as kind of a handicap in a golf game. And since I'm like 0 for 5 in fox hunts, it's really great to hear that somebody can have their 4-year-old out there and still find the fox when I have yet been unsuccessful in doing so. So great job with that handicap.
Yeah, I don't necessarily see her as a handicap in the sense that, well, she is slower, so I had to be like, come on, let's keep walking this, let's keep walking this. But really the time frame that's the true handicap, right? You go, it's like you want to do something, you go, okay, now do it in 2 hours.
K5BZI.
Go ahead, Ray.
She's smarter than Anderson is. I've met her. He had an edge on that one.
Maybe I'm the handicap.
I've been fox hunting one time, and it was with my son Matt, KI5VND, and I was definitely his handicap. Anybody else want to come and say hey to Anderson? Come with your call sign and name now.
VBS.
That's what I was waiting for. Go ahead, Rusty.
Let's be honest, you're a giant 4-year-old, you know, so it's one of the reasons we get along. But, yeah, let's not pretend who's for. The other thing is, will there be any vegan or tofu options in our dinner plans on Saturday? And do you have, maybe by chance, a portable air conditioner that I could borrow, you know, in the event that it gets hot someday? Just asking for a friend.
You know, Rusty, thank you for reminding me of so many things. Let me make sure I put the portable AC out so I can bring it back to you. And as far as vegans go, no, I do not approve of us eating any vegans while we're out there. We're sticking purely with, you know, normal meals. I don't want anyone to eat any vegan.
Yeah, that's very true. There's not a lot of fat and they're kind of stringy. So, all right, man. Just checking in. We'll see you on Saturday. Also, thanks for donating the fun stuff to the VE team, man. You're a good dude all around. WZ5BBS back to net control.
All right, thank you, Rusty. One other call for Anderson, KF5NLK. Anybody want to come and say hey to him? Come with your call sign and name now. All right, nothing heard. Anderson, thank you for checking in tonight, and thanks for taking care of the weekends, this coming weekend's evening meals. I don't know that I'll be there for it to be able to partake, but I think your efforts are appreciated nonetheless, and it does sound very tasty. Yeah. Hey, man, next, we've got Steve, KI5UKF, with Daniel on the on-deck circle. Steve, how you doing tonight, man? And are you planning to make field day this weekend?
KF5UKF. I am going to try and make field day this weekend. I'm not sure. I am planning on spending a night. I'm not sure if it'll be both nights or one. I have not RSVP'd or anything else, so I don't know if that creates any kind of a problem, but I'll be pretty self-sufficient. And kind of been on a few-month hiatus here from kind of a lot of stuff, and so just really looking forward to getting back into the club and getting back into the group here.
Well, hey, man, I just joined the group last year when I got my license, and it's been fun. So yeah, I definitely think you getting back into things and whatnot, if you've been away for a while, I can agree with that being a positive thing overall. So yeah, man, it's good to hear.
KF5UKF, thanks for saying that, and I forgot to say thanks for running the net. You're doing a great job.
Well, I appreciate that, man. Everybody, we've got Steve here, KF5UKF. He's like me, he's thinking about crashing Winter Field Day, but either way, now's your chance to say hi to him for tonight. Come down with your call sign and name if you want to.
VBS.
Hey, Rusty, go ahead.
Steve, man, good to hear you. Nice to see you back in the Discord and on the repeater, and good to have you back in the group, man. Come blow up Winter Field Day. Just don't bring any of your lawyer BS, and everything will be fine. I think last time I saw you was at the last club meeting. What was that, in October, whenever that was. So, yeah, man, come play and hang out, and welcome back to the club. Sometimes life gets in the way, but, you know, the nerds always stick together.
UKF, thanks, Rusty. Yeah, peace, man. It's all peace on the lawyer thing. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys this weekend.
All right, thanks, Rusty. Anybody else want to come say hey to Steve, KI5UKF? Come with your call sign and name now.
K5BZI.
Hey, Ray, go ahead.
What's up, Steve? Long time no hear, man. I hope you're doing all right. We sure would love to see you out of field day this week. I hope you can make it.
UKF, Ray, thanks. Looking forward to it. Still haven't actually met you in person after you ditched me on that roof job we did, taking down those antennas. But yeah, no problem. No bad feelings there, man. Over.
Yeah, I hear you, brother. I had already been out to that location once. I just couldn't make it that weekend.
Well, most of my rope burns have healed now, so all good.
I could have been there for that. I bet that was the sight. But you were in good hands with Jeffrey, so you guys, I'm sure, did just fine. K5BZI back to net.
Thank you, Rick. Anybody else want to come say hey to Steve? KI5UKF. Come with your call sign and name now. All right, Steve. Thank you for checking in tonight. I appreciate it. I was really worried when I only had one person checking in for time that it was going to be an abysmal net. But I appreciate your contribution this evening as well. So, and hopefully we'll see you soon, and we'll be hearing you soon. So, yeah, thank you. Next up, hopefully you're still awake, Daniel. W5TAB is what I wrote here. Daniel, how you doing tonight? Hey, Daniel, that was I had a hard time copying you there. Did I get your call sign correct? Was it W5TAB?
That is correct. Am I coming in clear now?
You're coming in a lot clearer now. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I was saying that not doing much, just sitting here enjoying the conversation and killing some time before bed. Back to net.
Hey, well, that's awesome. I can appreciate that. Are you making plans to visit the team for Winterfield Day this weekend?
My plans always depends on the kids. Depends how they're feeling. If they're bored and want to go somewhere, then we go. And if they tell me I don't want to go anywhere, then I have to stay with them.
Yeah, I understand that, man. Well, let me see if anybody else wants to come and say hey to you. Folks, we've got Daniel here, W5TAB. He's been really patient, and he's here to say hi to everybody. And if you want to say hi back to him, come with your call sign and name now.
KC3 NAG. Hi, Daniel.
Go ahead, Randy.
Hello, back.
Yeah, I can double. Hey, Daniel, how you doing, man?
I'm doing fine. Just relaxing over here, listening to the conversation. Not doing much.
Where are you located at? Like, your signal came in a little scratchy at first, but now you sound really good.
I am in Ronald Reagan and 29. Right now I'm using a handheld Bofang, and all I did was raise up the antenna a little bit, pointing it out the window. Apart from that, nothing else has changed on the radio.
Yeah, man, that's the way to do it. You know, once you raise that antenna up and and you find that one spot where the reception's good, like, you know, I can move 3 foot away with a handheld and it's like nothing. So yeah, you're doing good, man.
Good to hear.
All right, thanks, Randy. And I second what Randy says as well. And I've also gone through that same experience myself. So, yeah, you're coming in a lot better, Daniel. So that's great. Anybody else want to come say hey to Daniel? W5TAB. Come with your call sign and name now.
Alpha India 5 Juliet Tango. This is Rick. Hi, Daniel.
Hey, Rick, how you doing?
Doing great. How does this radio sound to you folks?
Sounds good to me.
Glad to hear it. Thank you.
All right, Rick. And Rick, Doug, and Randy, I'm expecting y'all to check in when I call for a second round here in a little bit, just so that y'all know. Anybody else want to come and say hey to Daniel, W5TAB? Come with your call sign and name now. All right, nothing heard. Well, hey, Daniel, like I said, I appreciate you checking in tonight, and it's good that we were able to hear you, and I apologize for not getting your call sign correctly, or maybe I did get it correctly, W5TAB, but yeah, sounds great, and yeah, thanks for checking in, and hopefully we'll hear you again soon. All right, and that, folks, that's the end of round 1 of general check-ins at 10:27 p.m. Oh my goodness! But here we go. We're getting ready to do round 2. Let me do first pause for station identification. You are listening to the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net, hosted by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club. Call sign N50AK. We're here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central. My name is Aaron, AI5HP, and I'm your net controller for tonight's net. It's time for round 2 of general check-ins. So if you want to check in, come now with your name and call sign.
This is WZ5VBS Rusty, Northwest Austin.
This is
Kilo Golf 5, Uniform November Kilo, Doug, North Austin.
This is Kilowatt 5, Bravo Zulu India, Ray in South Austin.
This is Kilo Charlie 3, November Alpha Golf, Randy, Anderson Mill, coming in on the flagship 320.
Can you hear Rick check in? All right, Rick, you gonna do me like that, man? Okay, I see how it is.
Wait, so I did you quick key? All I heard you say was check in. Try again. What happened?
Oh, hey. Yeah, I said I didn't hear Rick check in. Did anybody hear Rick check in?
Alpha India 5 Juliet Tango. Sorry, I'm driving, so bear with me.
All right, well, I'm checking you in, Rick. Thank you. Any other check-ins for round 2? All right, nothing heard. Let's rock and roll with round 2, man. Let's go to Rusty, WZ5BBS. How you doing, man?
Hey man, it's been a fun week. I had a good weekend with the club meeting, get to see everybody. It was a good time. After that, Ernesto and I went fox hunting and got our butt handed to us pretty severely. Sky put out a really cool fox, and it was impossible. We were on the north side of it. We spent 2.5 hours driving around, and we finally got our bearings, but we realized that it just wasn't going to happen, so we called it for the day, and that was Saturday. So Sunday, we knew where it was. Saturday, we drove right to it in about 13 minutes. If you go look at the maps on the Fox Hunt channel, you'll see we spent 2.5 hours driving all around the hills, and then day 2, 13 minutes, poof, right to the fox. After that, we decided to go find Jeffries, and about an hour in, we had driven pretty much the whole map, and man, we weren't hearing anything, and I looked down and the attenuator was fully on. So we turned that off, and lo and behold, we could hear the fox. We were kind of cussing Jeffrey, and just man, that thing, what did he do? And yeah, it was us. So after that, it took about an hour to find it, so 2 hours on the Jeffrey fox. So man, we had to work for both of them, and we were kind of laughing. I mean, all in all, we just get to drive around town and hang out, so it's not that bad. But we did not win any prizes for being the fastest. We were the first, however. Ernesto found Skies. He found that thing hanging in the tree, so kudos to him. But yeah, got to do that. Looking forward to Winter Field Day this weekend, and that's about it. Haven't really been playing a whole lot of radio. I've been working with Philip and Ernesto to get the VE team stuff all squared away, and figuring out what all's going with that. So just kind of administrative type stuff, really. Not a whole lot of Slacker chat even. So I'm looking forward to playing with the goats and playing some radio and seeing what all this hobo dinner stuff is about.
Yeah, man, and then y'all had such a great time hunting that fox, or unsuccessfully hunting that fox on day 1 that y'all decided y'all going to drag Bjorn in on it with y'all for next time? Is that how that is?
Yeah, so I met Bjorn the first time at the potluck. He showed up with his girlfriend Meredith, I think is correct. Don't hurt me if I'm not. They showed up, and we went fox hunting around the park, so we got to go and kind of walk the edges of the park and go fox hunting. But he's never driven around and gone fox hunting, driving and trying to find it. So, yeah, it'll be fun to have him along and see what he was really good at the park finding them. And he's already got all the gear, so he just, fox hunting's not hard. You just need somebody to kind of show you 1 or 2 times. And then once you do that, you can go off and do your own thing. But Ernesto and I typically meet up on Saturday for Old Man Breakfast with the Austin Club, and then we go hunting, and usually Paul is somewhere in tow on that as well. So always fun on a Saturday to go fox hunting with the guys.
All right, man. Well, I'm looking forward to hearing Bjorn's perspective on how y'all fox hunt when it's all said and done. Yeah. So, yeah, and then, thank you for reaching out to me about VE testing, and it sounds like y'all worked out all the kinks, or at least figured out which alleyway not to go down, and then now that y'all got it right, y'all are pulling me in, so that's cool, man. But yeah, I do hope to help out with that. So I'm actually kind of glad you reached out. So thank you.
Yeah, man. You can bring the bunny to our first testing session as an emotional support animal. Maybe that'll help people test.
That bunny is my emotional support animal. That ain't nobody else can have. And actually, I might have to fight Matty for that. So.
had to sign a waiver because there's a no pet policy at the library, but I had to sign something so that they'd let me in.
Right, man. Anybody want to say hey to Rusty? He's here. WZ5BBS is here, and maybe you just want to call in and give him some hell. Come with your call sign and name now.
Hey, BZI.
Go, Ray.
I just wanted to say thank you to Rusty for being a great president, for hosting a great club meeting last weekend, and thanks for inviting the guests and all that jazz. And it was a fun meeting. Thanks, Rusty, and donuts and all that jazz, man. Appreciate it. You've so far been a great president, and I think I speak for most of the guys in the club when I say that. So thanks a bunch, man, for all you do. K5BZI.
Well, thanks, Ray. You know, it's a great group of people, and so I kind of wanted to just step up and see what I could do. But you know, it's fun being the president of the club and being the president of the club, but it wouldn't really be fun unless we had a good group of people. And we've got such an active club, and we've got so much stuff going on that it's a whole lot of fun. And being president just kind of means I get to make some decisions about things, but mostly that I get to read along in the Discord and hang out with the fellas. So I appreciate it, man.
And I second Ray's comments as well. Anybody else want to come in and say hey to Rusty? WZ5BBS is here. Come with your call sign and name now.
KI5YAT.
Go ahead, Bjorn.
Hey, Rusty. First off, Meredith wants to say thank you for remembering her name. She's apparently forgetful a lot. But also, is there some sort of whistle I need to bring with for Team Ernusty in case I need an adult or anything like that?
You can totally just bring something that's high pitched so I can hear it. Dog whistles usually work well, and my ears will perk up. And no, man, we won't let you out of our sight. It's we'll be stuck in the car till we get close. And then it's kind of funny. I'm the navigator. Ernesto is the driver. So Ernesto has lived here forever. It's really a great team. I don't know anything about where we're going. I just tell him, let's go do this, let's go do that. So I'm the navigator. And then as soon as we get out of the car, I'll pull out the antenna and the HT, and we'll go and try to figure out what it is. But no, dude, we have a good time. You can bring your gear if you want to play, or if you just want to sit in the back seat and watch. It's totally up to you. But no, man. And yes, I'm so glad I got Meredith right. Wow, my brain does work sometimes. So looking forward to our next Fox Hunt, man. It'll be a blast.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great time. KF5YAT, back to net.
You know, if it didn't give away the location of the Fox, it would be pretty cool if somebody could, like, live stream the in-vehicle antics of Rusty and Ernesto searching for the Fox, or at least put it on the Discord video feed or something. I'm just saying, man.
Oh, it's out there. It's OnlyFans, and it's $15.95 a month, but we can't give away that stuff for free, man.
Well, maybe Bjorn can give me the hookup, man. He can be in the back seat, just videotaping y'all as y'all proceed.
Might have to put a casting couch of some sort back there. KF5YAT.
The back seat's a little sticky, I will say.
Oh my gosh, I'm losing control of this net. Anybody else want to come in and say hey to Rusty? Come with your call sign and name now.
KC3 NAG. Hey, Rusty. Is that really true? The back seat's sticky?
It is, but it's spilled soda, so I don't know where your mind was wandering on that, but it's Pepsi. And Randy, are you really on Discord? Did I really see you come through the Discord, and you're really going to be at Winter Field Day?
Whoa, slow down, young man. You've been having too many Diet Cokes. Yes, Ray allegedly is supposed to pick me up tomorrow afternoon. I'm fully packed with a whole bunch of stuff. And, your second question was?
Are you on Discord?
I kind of sort of was on there, but I can't, you get on, it's like, oh, well, now you gotta, capitalize your name first, then have this over, and, the edit thing don't work. So, anyway, I'm bringing my crap with me, and, somebody's gonna figure this out, man. I blame it on Ray. He's always giving me, fake passwords. I've never been able to log on.
All right, man. We'll get you all figured out, because we need you on the Discord. We need some Randy antics on the Discord, not just on the repeater. Well, dude, it'll be good to finally meet you, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, okay, man. See you soon.
Thanks, Randy. Anybody else want to come and say hey to Rusty?
K9, LZY, HR violation, HR sticky, HR violation, K9, LZY, back to net.
Roger, man. I don't know what I'm going to do here. Somebody please make it stop. Anyways, anybody else want to call in and say hey to Rusty?
K5BZI, I just want to say nobody drinks Pepsi. Back to net.
Hey, Aaron, take control. Because obviously nobody else has any. KC3, NAG. Seriously, take control.
I hear you, Randy. And you know what? Ray does bring up a good point. Nobody drinks Pepsi. So what is... Oh, you know what? Now I'm getting in on it. What are y'all doing, man? I'm trying to take control here. Okay, I'm going to stop myself. Anybody else want to say hey to Rusty? Come with your call sign and name now.
Alpha India 5 Juliet Tango. This is Rick. A question for Rusty and the net.
Go ahead, Rick.
Every time I hear at the start of the net, people say, this is, and then they pause. It sounds like I'm listening to an Eminem song.
This is... because that's how you're supposed to check into the net. When you unkey, if anybody else is talking underneath you, then you can just be quiet and let them check in. So it's made to avoid collisions. It's also, a good joke when we get a lot of people going in on it as well. Most of the time, nobody does it, so I try to throw it out there and make it happen. And, look what happened. We had 4 people that did it. So that's what it is. It's just to keep everybody from doubling, and it works about half the time. So there you have it.
Yeah, that's a good question, Rick. And actually, I wasn't sure about it at first either. There were a few nets that I checked into, not even with the Oak Hill, but there were other nets that I checked into where I was not doing that, and I think they were cool about it, let it roll. But I eventually caught on. I didn't quite understand why it was being done, but I just started going with the flow, and then I think somebody here ended up explaining it, and I was like, ah! So thanks for that. Anybody else want to call in to say hey to Rusty? Come with your call sign and name now.
KI5YLS.
Hey, Cody, go ahead.
Hey, I've been away for a little bit. Parents called me to come watch the show, and then I went and got some McDonald's for dinner. But Rusty, I just wanted to say again, because you said it during my time, that I'm excited to see everybody tomorrow, and going to hit the road about 1 o'clock, which will put me in Luling about 3. because it takes about an hour 45 for me, and I gotta stop and get gas and all that other stuff. So maybe a little bit after 3. But yeah, just wanted to say hi. Wanted to say that I can't wait to see everybody tomorrow, and have my very first field day as a ham operator and as turning 21, so I'll be able to drink with you guys and, you know, party with the best of them. Back to you.
All right, so when was your birthday, Cody?
My birthday is actually fixing to come up. It is February 6th, 2001.
So are you turning 21 then, or are you already 21 now?
I am already 21. I will be turning the big 22. The only number that or the first number that if I reverse it, it's still the same number, so I can't act like I'm younger. Damn it.
Man, yeah, after you turn 21, birthdays don't matter. You've reached everything. I guess the next one is, what is it, 26 when your insurance drops. But yeah, once you turn 21, you've reached all the milestones. You're now officially an adult, man. As scary as that is, you are officially an adult, and you are making adult decisions. So let that sink in. Well, yeah, man, looking forward to seeing you at Winter Field Day. Don't go to Belton. Don't do it. It's a big, long way out of the way, and we're not going to be there. So come south.
I'm going to try my hardest, but, you know, something tells me that you can't get mad at me if I still end up at the Expo Center in Belton. Something about it just calls me, I guess, because that's where I show up going instead of anywhere else, so...
Right on, man. Well, bring lots of treats and lots of beer, and I look forward to making some contacts with you, man, now that you're officially a ham. KI5, yellow liver spots, WZ5 BBS, back to net control.
Thank you, Cody, for calling in, and thanks, Rusty. Next up on the list, I've got Doug, KG5UNK. Doug, how you doing? And are we going to be seeing you on this weekend, Winter Field Day?
Evening, everyone. Yeah, Aaron sounding good tonight, and I plan on. I don't think I'll be out there tomorrow, but I definitely plan on coming Saturday. I got to take care of a couple things in the morning, but should be midday, mid-afternoon. As long as I can actually get all the way out there. I was kind of curious and what the road was like out there, and I think Ray responded back to me that it was paved. So I normally don't drive a truck, so that's the thing. Other than that, looking forward to it. KG5, UNK.
All right, Doug. Yeah, that's actually good to know that it is paved, so I'm glad you asked that question. Anybody else want to come and say hey to Doug, KG5UNK? He's here tonight. And come with your call sign and name now.
K5BZI.
Go ahead, Ray.
Hey, Doug, man, I hadn't talked to you since the passing of our good friend Rod, and I just wanted to extend my condolences. I know I was very sad to hear about his passing. I know that you and he are friends, and he and I had become friends over the last year or so, and man, just really depressed about it. And I just wanted to extend my condolences to you because I know how I felt about it, but I know you were friendlier with him than I probably had developed over the last year or so. Anyway, over to you, K5BZI.
Yeah, that's it's been kind of a hard one. I've been trying to write something to put into the into the Discord there, and I didn't even know half of his background. I knew some of his background, but I didn't know a whole lot of it. Come to find out, one of my ex-coworkers actually is a DJ over there at Coop Radio, and he had a good thing to say about him as well. We didn't even know that we knew each other, or that he knew Rod and that I knew Rod as well. Yeah, he surely will be missed. Had a lot of times with him and several conversations. Appreciate that, Ray. KG5UNK.
Yeah, man. Well, hopefully, if you make it out to Field Day, we can share some good times, share some stories, and enjoy his memory together. I definitely do miss him already, even for the short time I knew him. So anyway, all right, man. Well, I appreciate your help over his place, and it's good to see you over there, and hopefully we'll see you out at Field Day, and have a good time. K5BZI, back to net.
All right, thank you, Ray.
I definitely am coming out.
Okay.
I will be out there Saturday, so I'll see the gang there. KG5UNK.
Hey, Doug, I doubled with you. You want to repeat what you just said again?
Sure thing. Sorry, I didn't mean to jump on top of you there as well. I was just saying I hope to see everybody out there, and I appreciate the words from Ray as well. KG5UNK, back to net.
All right, yeah, I apologize as well, Doug. Hey, thank you, Ray, once again. Anybody else want to come say hey to Doug? Come with your call sign and name, man. All right, nothing heard. Thank you, Doug. Thanks for checking in tonight. I appreciate it. And yeah, next up on the list is Ray, K5BZI, with Randy on the on deck circle. Ray, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing good. You know, as you just heard, a little sad about the loss of a friend, but we talked about that last week, so I'll move on. We got Field Day coming up, and I'm excited about that. Been busting my butt on these radios for the last week, trying to get them operational for Field Day, especially since I had the transmitter out last year and it wasn't working. So I really wanted to make a showing this year and have the transmitter working. So I'm excited that it's transmitting. I wish it was transmitting a little bit better, but I think it's because my antenna might be a little short. Reading the manual on it, these radios were in bombers during World War II. And the manual says that it's expecting to have the tow behind antenna. For those of you who don't know, B-17s and B-29s, they had a wire that just kind of hung out behind the plane as they were flying through the air. The radio operator would spool it out behind the airplane while it was flying through the air, and those wires were upwards of 200 feet long. And so the piece of wire I've been using is about 40 feet long, a little over 40, about 50 feet long. So it's probably not quite long enough. So I'm going to stop at Home Depot on my way out tomorrow and pick up a 200-foot piece of wire and see if we can't string that up in some trees and maybe try to recreate the drag-behind antenna from a B-17 while we're out there and see what happens with it. And that's been my focus, really, over the last week or so. I did attend the meeting, and that was a lot of fun. I have a toy gun and a gun rack in my Chevy pickup, which was parked in the street. Some Karen called the cops on me during the meeting. That was fun. Right in the middle of the meeting, in the middle of the presentation from Flex Radio, a cop walks in and calls me up by name, drags me out of the meeting, and thankfully I walked back into the meeting without handcuffs on, so that was cool. But by the way, not illegal to have a gun or even a real gun in the gun rack in Texas, which I knew, and the cop just kind of laughed when he pulled me out and was like, "Yeah, some Karen called, so I had to say something to you." So that was a whole lot of nothing. But anyway, looking forward to field day. Looking forward to everybody being out there. I think we're going to have a really, really good one this year. We've gotten rained on before, and we handle it just fine. And Fred's a great host. Minerva, his wife, is fantastic. All of his goats and donkeys and everything are a lot of fun to hang out with. And, you know, the breakfast tacos are made with farm fresh eggs. And, man, if you can make it out, guys, I recommend it. It's a blast. And we're going to have a good one this year, it looks like. So that's all I got for the net. Thanks for hosting tonight, and appreciate it. I've used the spare time to load the camper and get some other stuff packed up while you're talking, so that's cool. And we'll be out there tomorrow evening. We'll be out there tomorrow night through Sunday midday, so come on out. K5BZI, back to net.
All right, thanks, Ray, and then thanks for spearheading this whole thing. I appreciate it, and I'm sure the rest of the club does as well. Everybody, we got Ray here, K5BZI. You want to say hey to him? Come with the call sign and name now.
TXW.
Go ahead.
WB5TXW, George here for, what is it, DZI? Try for your long wire a quarter wavelength, half wavelength, or 5/8 wavelength, over.
Okay, thanks, George. So we're going to try to operate 80, 40, and 20. I've got a good tuner. Can you give me a recommendation on sort of a ballpark length on that feet-wise?
No, not the feed line, but so you're going to do the winter field day thing. What I have used in the past is 140 feet on either side of a dipole, long wire dipole fed with 450 ohm twin lead into an antenna tuner with a 4-to-1 Bowlen, over. And it works like gangbusters, over.
Okay, so you said 140 feet on either end of the dipole?
Right, 140, 280. Use 450 ohm. You can use 300 ohm. You want to use an antenna tuner with a 4-to-1 Bowlen in it. With a good ground, like a ground rod into the ground, over.
Yeah, roger that, dude. I've actually noticed that grounding it makes a big difference, so I'm glad you mentioned that, because I had thought about that a couple days ago and forgot, so I put that in my notes here. I think I've got some 450 ohm twin leads, so I'm good there. So, all right, man, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take your advice. We're gonna try that out during field day. Big thanks, man. I really appreciate that. I'm open to any input on this deal. That old ART-13, I'd like to get as much efficiency out of it as I can.
Yeah, I've got nothing to do with winter field day, but I must have done about 30 summer field days, and that was the antenna, 140 feet on either side, 450 ohm twin lead, although we did use 300 ohm twin lead, like you may not remember back in the TV days of TV twin lead, and it'll work.
Okay, I actually think I have some of that too, so maybe I'll bring it both out. We'll experiment with both of them and see which one works best.
Okay, well, as we used to say, good luck in the compost, WB5TXW.
Yeah, I really appreciate that, George. Thanks for chiming in, man. I'll let you know how it turns out. K5BZI back now.
Thanks for calling in, George. Anybody else want to call in and say hey to Ray? K5BZI is here. Come with your call sign and name now.
KI5
KC3 NAG.
Go ahead, Randy.
Hey Ray, what time are you still looking at picking me up, man?
If everything boils down accordingly, I should be leaving my place at around 1 p.m. at the latest, which puts me at your place around 2. So shoot for that number.
Okay, well, that's what you said before. Are you driving your camper rig up here?
That's a Big 10-4, good buddy.
Yeah, okay. I got plenty of stuff to put into it. There was something else I wanted to ask you, but no, that's all I really need to know, man. I'm ready to go.
Right on, man. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun one. We'll see you tomorrow. And I'll email you. Well, I got your phone number too, so I'll text you, or maybe I'll do both. But anyhow, I'll give you an update when I'm leaving, and so you'll know, about when I'll be there. You're without traffic, you're about half an hour, maybe 40 minutes away. So I don't know how it'll be tomorrow, but we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, the traffic shouldn't be too bad, but that was the other thing. Yeah, text me. The phone tower is on the other side of a huge water tank, and I don't like to get phone calls, but I always get notified with a text. So, yeah, just text me, man. That's the best way to contact me when you're on the road. No problems, no pressure, no worries.
Roger that, bro. I'll text you. See you tomorrow. K5BZI, back to net.
All right, thanks, Randy. Anybody else want to say hey to Ray, K5BZI? Come with your call sign and name now.
KI5 YLS.
Go ahead, Cody.
Hey, just wanted to double check with you real quick. I have snacks and drinks for myself, and if anybody else wants some. I have Dr. Peppers. I have a whole 12-pack. If anybody wants some, they can have some. But I just want to double check with you if there's anything else that you or somebody else here on the net needs tomorrow. I can try to squeeze in to get, whether it's a table or a condiment for food or something like that. Just something that I may need, y'all may need, I can try to grab.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate that. Real quick, so you know what you're using there, because I've got you on video. By the way, guys, if you want to join us on video, we are on the video stream on Discord. And Cody is using a Shure SM50 clone, and those microphones are designed to be directional. So if you talk into the side of them, it won't hear you. That's why I couldn't hear you when you first started, because you were talking into the side of it. You have to talk into the very top of a Shure SM50. They're designed that way to be directional. Anyway, good to know, and we will let you know if we beat you there, if we need anything. Basically, it looks like we got major meals handled. Just be sure to bring plenty of snacks, because I know you're a munchy kind of guy. Oh, hello, everybody. A bunch of people just joined us.
Yeah, very munchy kind of person. You are not wrong. Yeah, this is my mic that I use when I live stream on Twitch and stuff like that. And I'm actually looking into getting a different one pretty soon. I want to get one that's like it kind of clamps onto the desk and comes over and gets like right in your face, because I've always liked those more. But I will I'll remember that, talking straight into it rather than into the side. But yeah, just let me know if you need anything tomorrow. I should be leaving, like I said, I should be leaving Fort Hood. Let me reset real quick. I should be leaving Fort Hood about 1 o'clock, and I mapped it out. That should put me there at about 3, maybe a little after. So, yeah, I'll have my phone on me and more than likely be jamming to some country music on the way there. So, Just let me know.
Yeah, okay. No, good deal, man. And by the way, I've got a mic for you can experiment with. It's a little more omnidirectional. It'll accomplish what you might be looking for, and you're welcome to have it. I'm not using it. I'll dig it out and bring it to field day. But yeah, those SM50s are designed that way to be directional, to talk right into the very front of them. So you know. K5BZI, back to that.
All right, thanks, Cody. Anybody else want to call in and say hi to Ray? K5BZI is here. Come with your call sign and name now.
K9LZY.
Go ahead, K9LZY.
More of a comment for Cody. Yellow liver spots. I'm gonna sub to you on Twitch, and but yeah, if you turn your mic on mono, it helps with that directional sense, and you'll be able to more effectively broadcast.
Okay, yeah. So I got the I'll keep that in mind because yeah, the audio does sound kind of horrible when I stream and stuff like that. And thanks for the sub. You know, that has been one of my big time goals is to, I've always been told ever since I've started thinking about streaming was, oh, you can't stream off the internet. You know, you'll never get to a point where you can do that full time. And I'm like, okay, well, watch me. So my main purpose to do it is to prove everybody wrong and to make it big time. So we'll see. But thanks a lot.
All right, thanks, Rob. Anybody else want to come say hi to Ray, K5BZI? We're here. Just come with your call sign and name.
This is BZ. I just heard a really good dad joke. Got to share with you.
Go for it, man.
Somebody just threw a jar of mayonnaise at me. What the hell, man? Hellman's, get it?
Yeah, I get it. All right, and just for that dad joke, we're moving on to the next one, Ray. Actually, the next one is Randy, KC5NAG. Randy, how you doing, man? And I heard you say you're already packed for this weekend. So what else is going on with you?
Oh, hey, Aaron. As I'm hearing you're fluttering as the jets fly over top of me, but that's only occasional. But, yeah, correction. It's Kilo Charlie 3, November Alpha Golf. But yeah, you know, y'all here in 5-land, whatever. I don't know, I think I've said about everything I need to say this evening, and I don't know, I'm just waiting on Ray, you know, waiting. But sounds like a lot of fun, and you know, appears that Cody and I are running night shift, so I'm really looking forward to that. So I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. And yeah, I have written down KC3 NAG, but yeah, I don't know. My mouth says something else, or maybe it's my eyes. They're blurry because it's after 11. It's way past my bedtime, but I apologize for that. KC3 NAG. Hey, and like I told Cody, I know y'all are gonna kill it with that night shift. We're gonna get all the points, man.
Yeah, well, hey, you know, I want to commend you for, you know, running the night here tonight, man. You know, it gets a little rough after 10 o'clock, and at 10 o'clock you were saying, like, it's getting close to my bedtime. But man, you're like rocking and rolling and hanging in there, so you're doing really good, Aaron.
Awesome, man. I appreciate those comments, Randy. And, yeah, you know, y'all keep me going. Hey, y'all. Randy's here. He's going to be handling the night shift with Cody at Winter Field Day. He'll be out there, but, hey, maybe you want to call in and give him some tips or just say hi. Come with your call sign and name now.
KI5YLS.
I heard Cody. Go ahead, Cody.
Hey, Randy, it's Cody. Looking forward to tag team in the night shift with you. It's gonna be fun. I got that young spirit night owl, so I hope you're prepared for a long night. But I'm sure as long as we've got snacks and some cold ones, we should do just fine, and we should rack in the points. So looking forward to spending the night. See you tomorrow. Back to you.
Well, hey man, like, you know, I get up around like 4 or 5 in the afternoon, and I really start going to sleep about 7 o'clock or so when the sun starts coming up. So, you don't need to worry about me being up. But, yeah, drinks and snacks, I'm all out of, man. Let's rock and roll.
Sounds like a time then. I'm looking forward to it. Sounds like a good time. See you tomorrow. Back to net.
All right, thanks, Cody. And hey, while y'all are up, y'all can probably, y'all should be able to tell whether or not Ray tells dad jokes in his sleep or not, right? So that should be also interesting. I look forward to that report.
Yeah, well, no, I'm a little worried because I'm sleeping in the camper with Ray and
as someone who
sleep
just
Jason.
recently spent the night as a
I always keep an eye on Ray, trust me.
And they're actually, surprisingly, I never thought this was possible, but they're more cringier when he says them in his sleep, and it's to the point where it makes me want to puke of cringe. So yeah, back to net.
All right, man. Anybody else want to come say hey to Randy? KC3NAG. Come with your call sign and name now.
K5BZI.
Go ahead, Ray.
I just want to thank Randy for, he told me he's bringing plenty of blankets, so that's good, because I'm not going to bring any. That way, when I get cold, I know where I can snuggle up.
Snuggle up, baby.
I'm losing control of the net, man.
Get a grip, Aaron.
All right. Anybody else want to say hey to Randy before we move on? All right. Nothing heard. Randy, thank you for checking in, and watch out for them cold toes. That's all I got to say, man. Next up on the list, we've got Rick, AI5JT. Rick, you still with us, man?
South 85 US.
Go ahead, Rick.
I'm just trying to not get run over.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. You want me to just call this a no traffic check-in then, so that way nobody else is bothering you, so you can focus on the rest? All right. Well, I heard a bunch of beeps and nothing else, so I'm going to call that a no traffic check-in from Rick. Rick, AI5JT, appreciate you checking in nonetheless, and stay safe out there.
K5BZI.
Go ahead, Ray.
Yeah, let's just hope he has no traffic, because that'll make his trip easier.
Man, don't run out of dad jokes before the weekend, Ray.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for, baby.
All right, y'all. Let me do another station ID. You're listening to the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net, hosted by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club. Call sign N50AK. We're here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central. My name is Aaron, AI5HP, and I'm your net control for tonight's net. It's the last call for check-ins. Anybody want to check in? Come with your call sign and name now. All right, nothing heard. WB5PXW, I appreciate you calling in earlier with your comments for Ray. I'm going to go ahead and log you in as well with, I'll just call it no traffic. WB5PXW. I'm going to go ahead and log you in as no traffic. Thank you, George, for calling in earlier. And let's wrap this net up, y'all. Let me go ahead and run through all of the other nets that y'all can participate in during the week. So that way, every night, y'all can have a chance to ham it up. On Monday, we have the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club 6-meter Monday, hosted by Rick, AI5A. That's on 50.125 megahertz, USB 8 p.m. On Tuesdays, it's the Oak Hill Southside Simplex, hosted by Ray, K5BZI. That's at 146.555 megahertz. FM, it's at 8 p.m. And that's usually a blast. We also have the DMR Soundcheck Net, hosted by George. W5JDX and Tommy N5ZNO. That's on the DMR machine at 8 p.m. on the 441.300. On Wednesdays, on Wednesdays we've got the UT Amateur Radio Club Wednesday Net, hosted by Matthew. KN4LRA. That's on the University Link repeater system, and we go ahead and link up the Oak Hill N50AK repeater system for that at 8 o'clock on Wednesdays. On Thursdays, on nights like tonight, we start at 7:30 with the Oak Hill CW Net, hosted by Pat, W5WTH. That is at 3532, so 3.532 megahertz at 7:30 p.m. And I think, like they said before, all of the skill levels are welcome to join. And then following that, we've got this net, the Oak Hill Thursday Night Net, and we rotate our net control operators every week. That's on the N50AK repeater system and the University Link repeater system. That starts at 8 o'clock. Friday night is when the game gets going. That's the Oak Hill Friday Night Trivia Net, hosted by Rusty W. Z5VBS. That's on the N50AK repeater system and the University Link repeater system. And the Crossroads, usually, right? The repeater system. That's all starts at 9 p.m. on Friday evenings. And that is a blast to play. On Saturdays, we've got the Austin Amateur Radio Club, the Elmer Net, hosted by Jeff, and 5MNW. That's on the 146940 repeater at 7 p.m. Also on Saturdays is the 220 megahertz Skies Original Preservation Net, hosted by Steve KB9DSQ. That's That's on the 224.100 megahertz repeater at 9 p.m. All right, I'm seeing it now. It's not my script. I'm literally clicking it live. But yeah, this list that I'm going through is what's live up on the link. On Sundays we've got the Austin Amateur Radio Club 10-meter net. That's on the 28.410 megahertz frequency upper side band at 3 p.m. Also on Sundays, the Travis County Aries Weekly Net, 147.360 megahertz repeater at 7 p.m. Also on Sundays, we've got the Weekend Wind Down Net hosted by Ernesto KI5PZN and Maria KI5SYX. That's on the Universal Link repeater system and the N5OAK repeater system. That's at 7:30 p.m. And that one's a lot of fun too. The Austin Amateur Radio Club SwapNet is usually on Sunday nights at 9 o'clock. That's hosted by Jeff N5MNW. And that's on the 146940 megahertz repeater. And again, that's at 9 p.m. And that's the wrap up of the weekly nets. Thank you for joining us for the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net, a service of the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N5OAK. We're here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central, and I don't know if y'all can hear the mechanical keyboard spacebar clacking in the background. That's Matthew. He's gaming hard right now. We are a non-profit based in Austin, Texas. For more information, please visit n5oak.org, where you can read about the club, sign up for our email list, or donate to support the continued growth of amateur radio. You might also consider joining our Discord group, where we stay in touch when we're not on the radio. We would also like to thank Kyle, KA5B, for linking the University Link repeater system to this net. I'm Aaron, AI5HP, and from my QTH here in Buda, just south of Austin, Texas. 73. Thank you for listening, for hanging out with us tonight. I'm going to go ahead and signal that this system should now be returned to regular amateur use. Good night, y'all.
Good job, Aaron. That was a heck of a net, man. Almost 3.5 hours. WZ5BBS.
Way to go, Aaron. Nice one, dude. 3.5 hours. You survived it well. K5BZI.
Thanks a lot, Aaron. Thanks for running the net. Just remember that you had one short time call in, and you thought it was going to be a short one. W0TCO.
Hey, good job, Aaron. KF5YLS.
I appreciate it, y'all. And yeah, I'll as I usually do, I'll take my log and I'll post it on the Discord. But that probably ain't gonna happen until tomorrow. Anyways, but I appreciate all the kudos from y'all. It means a lot. Thanks. AI5HP.
Hey, Aaron, what is said Matthew playing behind you that's space barring so hard? That he's having to space bar so hard. KI5YLS.
Yeah, Cody. Are y'all? I'm wondering if it's coming through or not, right? Because the mechanical keyboard, I just hear the in the background while I'm talking, so I don't know. Is it coming through the radio, or is it just bothering me?
None of us hear anything, but you were talking about it, and you said that he was gaming hard, so I was curious what he was playing.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be, he's playing, I think, League of Legends right now?
I have had so many people to tell me that I need to try to get into that game, but I don't know, just never time to try it, so maybe.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's kind of like an overhead, kind of Diablo-looking type of thing. I don't know, man. I don't know the first thing about it, but so I'm assuming that's the one, League of Legends. But yep, that's what it looks like from here, anyway.
All right. Well, I was just curious because I've been I'm more of into the Minecraft, especially modded Minecraft and Among Us and all these other games. But I was just curious what it was he was playing. Maybe it was something that I played as well, but I do not, unfortunately.
Yeah, he also plays a lot of. Man, I can never remember the name of it because the name just to me doesn't match what the game is. The game is basically soccer with race cars. What's the name of that game called?
That would be the amazing game called Rocket League. I play it all the time. I love it. I would say I'm actually pretty good too. Mine is having to do like aerials. Ray, I'm pretty good. Alright, Ray, I want to see you face me then. He's over here making signals. But no, I'm actually pretty good at it, until my opponent starts doing aerials, and then I'm like, okay, yeah, no, you can have that win.
Yeah, I think, yeah, between League of Legends and Rocket League, and then I think he's doing, what's the one, Overwatch 2 now, I think is the other one he started playing.
If he wants a game suggestion, I don't know if he plays it or not, but if he likes Overwatch, have him give a game a try called Paladins. Paladins. It is very similar to Overwatch, and matter of fact, it pretty much is Overwatch. But I don't know which one came out first. One is a Steam edition, and one is a Epic Games edition. So, if he likes Overwatch, tell him to give that one a try.
All right, thanks, man. I'll mention that too.
Yeah, no problem. I play Paladins like crazy, so if he wants someone to teach him the ropes, let me know. I'll show him the ropes as well on that game. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and get some final details ready for my trip tomorrow, so I'm going to go ahead and say 73s and KF5 YLS and out.
All right, thanks, Cody. You have a good night, and yeah, if I do get a chance to make it out to Winterfield Day, I'll see you and Matt, KF5END, who we're talking about. He'll be with me too, so you can also mention Paladins to him as well, directly there. So you have a good evening. This is AI5HP. All right, y'all. I'm seeing y'all on Discord, and like I said, I heard all y'all's kudos. I appreciate it, and I'm gonna go turn in now. 73. This is AI5HP going clear.
All right. 73 Aaron, good night, man. We'll see you. K5BZI, great night.
KB5MPJ mobile.
MPJ, where you at, brother?
I'm up here in northwest Austin. Visited a friend this evening and just on my way home.
Roger, bro. You just missed the net, man. It went late tonight. Aaron hosted, AI5HP hosted, and it went real late.
Yeah, I turned on